Well, here we are, guys. Round of 16. And we've got a big one. We have the Viper against Sitaux. And Dave, we talked about it. Sitaux probably in the world top 10 these days on all maps, but especially with Arabia. His style is perfect for it. And Viper, he's won everything there is to win multiple times. It's funny, everyone seems to say he's washed these days, but even a washed Viper is consistently in the top 4 every single time. So, yeah, I'm excited to see if Viper is as aggressive as he was in the previous rounds when he stomped Classic Pro.
And you mentioned it before, Arabia only, there's no prep work, really. Well, there is some.
Yeah.
You got to know the tendencies of the map and like what the current meta is with the civs and whatnot, but there's not a lot of unique strategy choices that accompany some maybe gimmicky maps in the pool, right? It's just the same thing every single time, and that might help Viper. He can just go back and rely on his ability rather than cooking up some strats or lack of cooking up some strats, which we've seen in the past few tournaments.
Yeah, I think the theme that I've noticed, and a lot of the more open maps that we get, and this honestly isn't necessarily one of them, but whoever takes initiative first tends to benefit, which is exciting because on the more wallable maps out there, sometimes if you try and be aggressive, you're at a disadvantage, which hasn't been the case a lot in King of the Desert. But with Viper, I've seen him so frequently just have these cutthroat timings with an opening, and he smothers the opponent with aggression, and he follows it up with another attack, and it's just again. Sometimes he just doesn't have that in him on any given day, and he's very reactive, and he wants to wall first, or he wants to play defensive. So I'm really curious. I know Sitau's style is to send it, but I'm wondering what Viper's plan is against that, if he will choose to be equally as aggressive, or if he will try and defend the early stages against Sitaux.
Sitaux just got trolled for 2 minutes straight by Mouflon. That one up against the woodline, and he just left it.
He gave up on it.
Dude. Yeah, that was so brutal for him. Holy cow! I watched that whole process. I honestly couldn't even hear what you were saying.
Well, I mean, respect to Sitaux. I mean, if the animal works that hard to survive, you just got to let it live. Just let it go at that point. Yeah. But that means he didn't push in anything then, right? He just had one?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Okay.
Not at all.
Well, he's going to go for what seems to be a drush. And I think he might circle back for that guy. That guy's still going to be tough to bring in. But Romans for Sitaux, 5% greater efficiency. And then the melee advance much faster to the next stage. So a Roman's more inclined to just get that Vil count up, which is better for a drush build because you stay in Dark Age longer. And then Viper, the opposite. He'll want Feudal as fast as possible.
The problem for Sitaux here is that he delays pushing that in. And now his drush might even go in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Like he should probably find Viper if he goes straight across. But he might go to the left or to the right, and that delays even more. And you want to know where to hit early, right? So you want to push these in those first 2 minutes rather than doing it at 5.5. And that's your first one coming in.
Yeah, also only having one is kind of awkward. Normally you want at least 2 if you're going for this build. I think because he's a civ with that efficiency, he's okay. He clearly wouldn't do it if he didn't believe in it. But yeah, 2 militia are coming forward. I also think he'll find those golds, which could be really problematic for Viper long term. Yeah,
I mean, but that's not really the angle that Sitaux wants to kind of come in here, unless Viper's going to go out to the gold early, which he is. So maybe he could harass him a little bit. See how Viper wants to wall that off. He's got a pretty good map, Viper. If he can secure the berries there with some walls, like this is very nice. Back woodline up against the edge of the map. You just protect the goal with a tower or something, or maybe wall to the TC could be good. And Viper's scout will come out. Will it see the militia? He did not see them.
No, he didn't. And Sitaux should immediately be thinking, holy cow, I got to pressure these golds in Castle Age. There's 2 4-tile golds underneath the hill. That's a game-changing position to push. And Viper just getting Loom now. And Sitaux should know he's close enough to the TC where he can never get this villager. And Viper just not worried at all. And we'll finish the barracks.
This is classic Viper, dude. He's not going to start quick walling until those are like 1 tile away.
Well, he doesn't know about the militia right now. But he's going to add his own. And Viper's missing Sitaux. So he actually just misses Sitaux. How did he miss? Missed the barracks and the house.
He missed everything of value, dude.
What?
He threaded the needle right through the stone, the other stone, the gold, the house, everything.
Yeah. I mean, luckily he got loom. He does get some walls down there perfectly. Very Viper-esque there. With 3 villagers, you should be able to fight this back. But nah, he just makes it 2. He gets the quick wall. Now quick wall's on the berries for Viper.
Those are not easy to get precise quick walls like that on the hills, too.
Agreed.
He did well there.
But
he did really well. He's
so
just got to get his villagers back to work.
He's so confident with it, he doesn't even fully build them, which is infuriating when you're playing. You're like, at least make the guy spend the full wood. And Sitaux just backs off. Like, he doesn't even believe that he's got a chance.
No, he's gonna add a few more, and Viper will want to come over with the scout and track this timing from Sitaux. So he comes in here. Viper is now in feudal age. He engages against the villager a little bit, but can't really kill it. And he sees the flags on the barracks. So that implies that Sitaux has added a couple more. He's going to go men-at-arms, and Viper will try and figure out a way to counter that. Remember, Viper has the infantry armor already on his militia as well. So heavy advantage here for him.
Yep, free armor upgrade. This is kind of an unorthodox build from Viper. Going men-at-arms with melee is one of the least common things to see just because of how the eco aspect plays out, but it's well managed so far. Eco upgrades are in. Archer range will come up behind. I want to see Viper get full walls now. He's got a moment. He knows Sitaux is walled, so you should expect Sitaux to come to your base again. Quickly full wall the left side, and then he's in a really good spot.
This is a very comfortable situation for Viper right now. He managed to get his wood upgrade. He can't quite afford arson. And Tato, Viper, and Doubt all love that tech very early when they're playing men-at-arms so far in this tournament. But, I mean, look at his base setup. It's pretty secure. If Sitaux wants to hit the gold, he's going to have to deal with quick walls from Viper and the archers from Viper as well. He can't really hit the berries or the wood line either.
I like the activity from Viper scouting. Just going to double check to see if he can get value on the other side. Sitaux has made 5 infantry units here, and 3 of them are at home to defend from Viper. The other 2 get walled out there. And Sitaux just testing to see if Viper's sharp right now. Attacking the berry villagers with the scout. Attacking the gold. So far, pretty good for Viper, but Viper should see that Sitau's at home. And Viper's okay with that.
For Sitaux.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, you're going to leave that guy behind? They both lose an additional men-at-arms. But Viper's retreating. He still has the army advantage over these guys.
Yeah, just needs to be really careful here, Viper, because the starting scout can play a role in the blocking. No quick walling possible for Viper here. And he will try, but he will fail. Sitaux finally finds reward. Well played to him. I doubt he'll get a second one. But considering he's basically defended at home, he's taking an even trade against Viper, clears up the man-at-arm. Sitaux will be happy with that, yeah.
So it's 29 vills for Viper, 28 for Sitaux, but it's a 5% eco boost on everything for Sitaux. So it's kind of evening out the faster melee uptime, and the score is flipping back and forth. Really, really even game state right now. Viper goes for the blacksmith. Sitaux is adding one as well. Very, very similar setup for both players. I think I like Viper's base a little bit more, just because he's up against the edge of the map, but...
Well, the wood situation, though, the wood situation can be really awkward for Viper. Sitau's wood line in the back, if he were to actually wall properly on the left and fully extend, which he might now do to the edge of the map, that wood line is super, super protected back there, and Viper doesn't really have that.
He could extend to the wood line south of his base from the houses near the berries. Like, he could easily
Yeah, that's
there.
true. That's true. But he lost a scout, so he doesn't really... They're both following up with the range
What
units.
was the villager doing? What on earth was that villager doing?
Wait, where?
In the middle of the map for Viper. Was that like the waypoint bug that he gets? Because he's clicking too fast?
Can we talk about that for a second? The waypoint bug that he gets.
It's not
and
a bug.
no one else gets.
No. I'm saying it because it's the most like it happens to everybody. It happens to me. It happens to you. It happens to everybody. But like for him, it happens a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe the case of being too fast. Like maybe he accidentally sets his waypoint forward.
That's what's happening.
Yeah,
100%.
I just wonder because like I think there was a time where I used to think it was a bug, and if it was, I think it got fixed. And now like I'm not having that issue. So considering Viper still has it, I wonder if it's just an issue for him.
I think you're just slow.
I mean, that's true though. I can't dispute that. I guess this is the one instance where being slow helps. But so Sitau's killed 2 Vils. He still has the 5% greater efficiency. He's walled up. Like we said, the back wood line's nice. It's just going to be some skirm micro for now. I think he'll be pleasantly surprised and happy with how this opening has gone against the Malay.
Wheelbarrow coming in for Viper. That's going to feel nice. But Sitaux has a pretty good farming eco himself. Like, he's adding his 18th farm.
Yeah.
Really, really solid. He should be able to click up to Castle Age soon. Viper's going to get there first, regardless, just because of Malay. But, man, what was that? I can't get over that. What was that villager doing out there?
Well,
maybe he like accidentally sent it out there while all the craziness was happening at the back of his base.
I mean,
just didn't realize.
There's a bunch of different ways that you can just, that if you're moving too quick and you're not able to follow the tiny details in this game, where things can fall apart on you. And that's just a sign of what can happen to Viper from time to time. So, I mean, that's not him being 100% right in this moment. So hopefully that turns around. He's worried about his gold. He's going to tower right now. And he quick walls and he defends. And yeah, he'll kill off this army. But that's not an army that Sitaux cares about. He was never going to go archers anymore. So nice job to try that. I think Sitaux will be very happy to see the tower, because now Sitaux knows that Viper can't be on 2 TCs in the next stage easily, and that he can with a pretty nice base behind.
Did you see that? Viper was thinking about adding a mining camp there, and then he builds the house instead to disguise it from Sitaux. So Sitau's not wondering why there's a builder coming out there.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was a nice play from him. Horse collar coming in for Sitaux before this next round of farms. What should he do in early Castle Age? Should Sitaux come forward with a siege, or should he boom?
Against any other civ, I would be bringing a villager forward to siege monastery in the middle. But against Malay, there's still the massive concern they just beat you to castle and kill that. So I think he plays second TC and mix in some knights, but I want to see Sitau's focus be on Viper's Wood. The gold's towered, Viper's Wood's really a big issue. And when you're trying to do all the things you want in this type of game, you want a university, you want second town center, you want ballistics, you need elite skirm. It's all wood focus. So I think that's the big conversation right now, is where Sitaux actually attacks Viper. And Viper doesn't have the same opportunities to deny wood lines.
I like the walls from Sitaux. He's secured himself some wood lines at the back. It's really, really nice. And he's double walling behind that. Skirm on skirm battle. Age of Empires 2025 right here. And Sitau's going to win that. Like, that was a little bit aggressive for Viper. I don't think he wants the skirms long term. He's trying to buy time, but good fight for Sitaux. And he's going to take the middle map control as the knights are coming out from Viper. Stone from Viper is going to get him another TC. And there's the solution to the woodline issue you pointed out before.
Yeah.
It's that second TC on the wood.
Yeah, it's a good TC. I think he could have made an argument to maybe place it more to the left, but he doesn't know about that other wood.
Well, look at the archer in the back of Sitau's base. Oh.
Wait, so Viper ran... I saw that earlier. Viper ran in somehow. I was on the outside.
Oh, God.
I mean...
This is going to be so frustrating.
Will he get a villager kill?
The skirm is like trying to patrol out there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hunting him down, dude.
Sitaux builds the gate. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Sitau's fine. Is he? Is he?
Oh, he somehow hit him, dude. He hit him in the foot. It's Achilles right there. My goodness.
So Viper's opening army with the Malay Knights. It's not a unit that they're known for. If anything, it would be the elephants they're known for, because the elephants are tanky and cheap. But the elephants are also super slow. So that's probably why he's opted for the Knights. Sitaux is showing no fear right now because Malay don't have very good knights. But I don't think he realizes Viper's already on 2 TCs. That was a really nice job from Viper.
He didn't see the mining camp. Yeah. It was a good job disguising that villager, too, because Sitaux would have wondered why there was a builder coming out that way. Immediately deleting the mining camp and then placing the house kind of gives Sitaux some assumptions on how fast he's going to be into that second TC. But now that he sees him on stone with 4 villagers, he's going to come in and check.
Yeah, I like the knight going in there just to see. See, he thinks this woodline's exposed. And now he'll find out the town center's there. I still think the middle of the map, for both players, for different reasons, the middle of the map is so valuable. And Viper dives in underneath the new TC from Sitaux. So Viper's game plan, it seems, to just run through. Sitaux walls it out, though. We'll have a monk as well.
He could trap him in here.
Yeah.
He could trap him in here right now. He could trap him. Viper, if that was Viper in Sitau's position, that army would have been stuck there for the entire game.
Or Viper loses 5 bills. Trying to get the trap.
We've seen both circumstances. Yeah.
Oh, the monk, though, hops out on the wrong side. It should get into the TC there, and then Sitaux can hop right out again. Sitaux will clear this. Nice job. It does make his eco very messy. But yeah, he's not going to let this army escape. I think that's worth it to lose an extra vill.
It's another vill kill. At the same time, Viper also killed the knight and quick-walled his weak villain to save it.
Oh, wow.
Home. So he's doing 2 things at once there. He's going to retreat a little bit. He's splitting up the knights now. The weak knights are leaving. And they're going for the monk.
Oh, my goodness,
so if he
Sitaux.
converts one, at least he gets a weak one.
Oh, that's so good from Sitaux. That's so well played, man. That's beautiful quick walls. Look at him even save his weak knight there. That's so well played.
From that position, for Viper to not get any value whatsoever with those knights, that's really, really nice from Sitaux.
Viper's got an army problem right now. He's got a big army problem. He's got monks and a mangonel, and he's going 4 TCs. And this is just prime position for Sitaux to push and take the central area where those golds are. If he could get a siege workshop up, if he can deny this TC on the left, which is completely out of the blue for Viper, this is incredible for Sitaux. Viper, what do you make? Your knights are not a great option. You don't have enough stone for a castle yet. It's like this game is completely falling apart for him.
Yep, monk gets sniped down there. Good job by Sitaux. He's trying to get another villager. Doesn't have ballistics, so we won't be able to get that. And I think Viper's going to have to cancel that TC on the left.
Yeah, he will.
Which is a really nice job from Sitaux. I think he will get enough stone back, though, to place another one, so that's fine. Another relic coming for Viper.
I think delete that TC and try and buy a castle and get it up quickly on the right side or in the middle and go...
Will he delete it? He doesn't delete it. It dies.
Wow.
It dies.
He doesn't get any of the wood back. Yeah, he just has not been able to have any type of military control this game. It's been all Sitaux with the continuous follow-up. Sitaux's on 3 TCs. I still think that just holding those 2 golds from Viper is key here, because once Viper's main gold is gone, he does not have a lot of other options around. I guess he does have that neutral gold on the right side.
He has the neutral one.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 relics already, so there is something. But holding the middle of the map, preventing Viper from coming forward is generally good against melee, because then you deny their timings to some extent. You kind of delay them if he's going up to Imp.
I think
I mean, we're talking about Imp, but like Viper still only has 3 monks and 2 mangonels.
Yeah.
There's no army yet.
He has done an incredible job. I mean, he's no army control now, but his eco is amazing. And he's somehow got 2 relics. There's also a 3rd in the corner, so things are less than ideal for Viper, but he's got plenty of resources and time to turn this around a little bit. And Sitaux, he might just go 4 TCs, honestly. The more I look at this from Sitaux.
No.
He's getting the relics. There's the Siege Workshop now. I just love that because this siege probably won't do a ton to win the game, but Viper will never be able to comfortably build anything there if that Siege Workshop is still there. So that's what that accomplishes.
I think the issue for Sitaux, and why I'd like to see a little bit more aggression if possible, is that Romans don't really win this Civ matchup in the late game.
Yeah, it's tough.
They struggle against bombard cannons.
Yeah.
And any Civ that has bombard cannons is going to do really well against Romans.
Yeah, it's a good point. Where's Viper going on the right? Viper might be thinking about a castle right by that Siege Workshop. Oh, yeah, Sitaux is in. Wow, okay.
Yep. He just dives right through there. That was a great play from him. He's idling a lot.
Oh,
Viper's going to struggle to clear that up. He can snipe the monks, and castle is going up for Viper. Can Sitaux... He's just out of range.
Just out of range. And and the timing is just off, too, right? Like, if that comes up 30 seconds earlier, he's patrolling forward, maybe he denies it, but Sitaux's going to find out the hard way. Viper's got the castle up.
Oh my god.
And
dude. He's like, where did this come from? Honestly, I was just here.
Yeah. Just missed the timing, and Viper's on the way to Imp. Viper still has the Vill lead. Viper, Siege, and Monks scare away the Skirms and the Knights from Sitaux. And Viper's got a good relic count. There's plenty of resources around, and he could probably push the middle with the fast Imperial H. And And Viper just showing how strong of a position he can fall into despite his having 2 army versus 25 earlier.
Yes. I mean, eco is still very comparable, though.
Yeah.
Like, Sitaux is ahead on Res Collected for a reason. He's got the Roman eco. He's got really good eco upgrades, which is phenomenal. The efficiency is really nice. The problem is he's going to need to get something done early in Imperial Age. Like I said, bombard cannons are a problem for Romans, and especially in the hands of someone like Viper, as Viper castles the other hill on the left side.
Yeah.
So he's not rushing anything. And Sitaux might be a little bit late to find this too.
Interesting that Sitaux is... Viper's basically made no army except for Monks and Siege, and he's boomed, and Sitau's going for that middle castle. Because he wants...
This outpost goes up in time.
I'm sorry, which outpost?
No, he can't see it. He can't see it. The outpost near the Viper's castle.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It's at 55% right now.
Dude.
Sitaux will see it just, again, a little bit too late.
If Sitaux loses this game, it's just going to be a matter of some of these small timings with the map control, because both of these castles have been greedy from Viper, but both castles have completed. He's going to commit to more knights. Viper's got karambits on the right side. He doesn't really know exactly what Sitau's going to commit to long term. These are knights from before, but I think that'll be a bit more than Viper's seen, and so Viper should consider some halbs. And Viper will find out about the castle from Sitaux now in the middle. But he'll find out the hard way. He's losing some karambits here. He's losing some monks as well. And they're not the most expensive units, the karambits, but you still don't want to be losing them.
It's crazy to me how, like, Viper will get up to him. He'll rush him. He'll have 2 castles. And then he'll just patiently wait.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Right? And
just
he'll get his upgrade slowly. He's not even making trebs from the castles. He'll just patiently wait for chemistry. He's slowly getting his upgrades. He has like 1 or 2 units in the queue at any given moment.
He also...
And it's an annoying push over on the left side. I mean, he lost 2 monks, but he killed a bunch of ills from Sitaux. He's distracting him.
Yeah, he essentially had 2 raids. A raid on the right and a raid on the left. And now he's bought himself the time for the bombard cannons in the middle. The Viper's got a good situation now. I mean, you want defensive castles in a game like this. You want bombard cannons. And I think Sitaux just has to go full cav and try and kill it off before Viper has halb. And that's the one thing Viper doesn't have yet. It's just the castles.
Just teched into pikemen. But he's going to be spending the gold on the trebs and the bombard cannons.
Yeah.
So getting that halb upgrade is going to be difficult. There is definitely a timing window here for Sitaux to just overwhelm Viper. There's another castle on the right side. He knows he wins this late game matchup. He just wants to play slow and sure through the center. But the Cavalier are going to be a huge problem for Viper.
Also, karambit raids on the left from Viper. That's so cheeky. Random karambits. He knows that area is exposed from earlier. So Viper's getting more counter damage in. He lost all of his pikes on the front, but he can always reproduce those, and he's kept his bomber cannons alive. And the defensive castle's up.
Cavalier.
Cavalier can be walled.
Into the eco.
I think Viper will take that if he garrisons his castles here. The Cavalier getting lots of kills here. Viper's still focusing on the bombard cannons. As long as he garrisons his castles, Viper will feel like he's fine there. The Cavalier will die off. The pikeman count's getting higher. And Viper getting raided on the left as well, actually, or in the south.
Yeah, that's some good pressure there from Sitaux. If the Cavalier don't work and you don't hit this timing window with Romans, what do you do? Sitaux is switching now into longswords. I mean, he probably wants to go legionaries, but then Viper will just add in some range units to protect the bombard cannons and still continue to kill everything. So what's the approach here for Sitaux?
I like Legionary a lot. I think you've got a window here, but you need Legionary in siege. So you push the bombard cannons back, and then you take a castle down. That's not it. Losing those trebs like that is a sign that things are getting a little out of hand for him. And Viper should also foresee this to a certain extent. Like, he is cav covered already with the pikes. So I'd like to see archer ranges from Viper again and Arbalest. And yeah, it's just... Viper knows he is going to dominate if he gets the defensive castles and just with his tech tree. Or at least he feels that way. And he's been so relaxed in defense here.
Holy cow. And he only has like 4 villagers building that castle.
Yeah.
In the center of the map, right? Like, it just feels like there's no pressure at all from Sitaux. But Sitaux is still raiding. He's making the barracks at the left corner of Viper's base.
Yeah, that's cheeky.
So that's going to be
like
frustrating for Viper, especially before he has any Arbalest or any range units at all to deal with them. He's only got Halbs right now, and he still hasn't gotten the Halb upgrade. It's just coming in now.
I'd like to see Viper actually stonewall in these instances. After he clears this stuff up, I guess you can't wall out the Legionary raid from the sneak barracks, but walling between these wood lines is a great addition to what is already an epic castle defense. Because you don't have mobility with the melee. That's your biggest weakness. Viper will see Legionary in the middle. He's also taken down the castle now, and that's the golds. Those 2 golds are all for the taking now for Viper.
Yep. Perfectly on time as well. His main gold is gone. His neutral gold is running out on the right side. The Karambit raids will probably continue. They're easy to produce. You don't really care about them. They don't cost a lot, and he can send those into Sitau's base. We got some Karambits on the left side, but there's still Legionary threat from the left side from Sitaux. And if Sitaux is going to win this game, it feels like he's going to have to do it on the periphery, right? Like, he can't do it in the main fight through the middle. He's got to pick away at the sides.
But it's just an epic setup for Viper. I mean, he could have 5 castles soon. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, all around in a circle. He's now adding a 5th, which will secure an extra golden stone. This is just so confident.
He's going Scorpions.
Not the Romans. He's going to go Scorpions? What?
The Malay are going Scorpions here. Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't even know if they get heavy Scorpion. I'm going to assume they do. They do. So it's still good against infantry. And that's primarily what Sitau's going to lean into. So it's actually not a bad move.
I don't love it, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it feels like it's not the best unit you could be making here.
I would have preferred Arbalest, but maybe in Viper's mind, if he goes Arbalest, then he can't push the enemy Scorps. So slightly or not slightly, but just inferior Scorpions beats the Arbs in some way. Sitaux, by the way, you said what does he need? Obviously, this game is falling apart quickly because he's getting raided on the sides and Viper's just soaking up all the resources. He's hoarding it all, but you can push this with siege rams. Like 10 siege rams with legionaries can push the middle.
70 legionaries.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming.
But without siege rams, you can't use trebs. You can't use the cav anymore. There's too many castles. It's tough.
Heavy Scorpion. Heavy Scorpion. But if Viper wants to go heavy Scorpion through the middle, that's going to be a lot of pop that's not very mobile.
Yeah.
On that side. So he needs to lock down this stuff on the left. Like, if he's making heavy Scorp, and he doesn't have Arbalest to deal with this stuff on the left, it's got to be a castle or towers or something. Murder hole's on the way. Try and protect this castle.
Yeah, a nice castle from Sitaux on the left. He's lacking ballistics, but that's there to defend. Nice pressure on the right.
On that villager, dude. On the castle. Holy cow.
And Viper really thinks he can save this castle. Wow, Murder Hole's coming in. Here come the Scorpions. Can Viper get another villager walled in to repair this castle? The Scorpions are here.
I think he's going to save it, but look at the damage that's being done in the back of his base. He's already lost a bunch of vills.
Oh!
His Halbs are trying to come in and raid Sitaux.
Dude, that is Sitau's best chance right now. Sitaux has cleaned him out back here. What is going on?
That castle's surviving, dude.
Oh, that's huge.
That castle is surviving. And Murder holes.
Left side for Sitaux as well. Viper's got some sneak trebs over there. I think that castle will also survive for Sitaux.
Yep.
I mean, panic time for Viper because his pop just dropped massively due to those raids. He lost like 50 vills. But what Sitaux is still not killing is Viper's army. He can't kill the army. He can kill those trebs because they weren't protected. But like 30 Scorpions is not something he can kill.
Push the castles.
Exactly.
There's like a 5 castle line here from Viper.
Yeah.
He defended the most exposed one, but if he pushes the castles with trebs, they get bomber cannon down. If he tries to push it with rams, Viper likely hits those with bomber cannons as well.
And that's why
it's worth a try, but you got to keep trying to kill the eco, I guess.
And that's been good recognition from Viper to just understand, like, I could just hold in this matchup, and as long as I get a certain setup, I can't lose. The relic count's competitive. I think it's been greedy at times, absolutely, but I mean, he's given himself some a better position, and Sitaux is going to need to be creative. Again, I think Siege Ram, man, like, maybe that can tank here against this many Scorpions, but your other option would be Onager, but again, Romans don't necessarily excel there, but they do at least get Onager.
Dude, I didn't think we would see 38 Scorpions from Malay in this matchup.
Well,
and not in a million years.
It probably would have been 20, but then Viper got raided, and he probably queued up more than he was planning on.
he at least he cleared the barracks in the back, so there's no threat from that anymore.
Yeah.
He can go forward and wall near the outpost from Sitaux on the left side.
Uh-oh.
Commentatensis coming in from Sitaux. Here comes a big engagement. Viper's going to go back down to 20 Scorpions pretty soon here.
I mean, Viper's all over the place with one of the slowest, clunkiest units in the game, right? It's Scorpions. He's got Scorpions at the back of his base instead of the front. Bombard cannons there too, and he completely left those Scorpions there unprotected.
Yeah.
I mean...
Nice kill from Sitaux. That was a good push. Now Scorpion coming in from Sitaux. Scorp versus Scorp, baby. True desert matchup.
If Sitaux can get rid of those 4 bombard cannons, and however many more are added, then the Scorpions for the Romans dominate here. They're cheaper. They also fire 33% faster, so it's maybe doable, man. But Rams would be so good.
Please make some stone walls. He's making stone walls on the left side. The Cavalier are coming in over there. Probably needed them a little bit more forward. But he's adding in the gates behind. If he can prevent these Cavalier from coming in, the Scorpions and the castle can clear those up potentially.
And now Sitaux
is... Good gate walls there from Viper. Good management.
I think Sitaux should go attack the Murder Hole's castle again. Just go attack that. Take that out. If you don't have traps, just go do it. I love how Sitaux is...
What should he do before? 5,700. Wow.
Yeah. Just go give it a shot. Because if that castle's gone, that opens up a lot of space to go raid there. I think it's worth it. Viper getting heavy battle elephant, or elite battle elephant, I guess. But I mean,
they're heavy.
They're ever so slightly lighter than some others, but it's just don't Scorpions have bonus damages against them? Like if Sitaux gets enough Scorps, it could still work, right? I think Scorpions should kill them.
They have it against War Elephant. I don't know if they have it against Battle Elephant. Is that the same armor class?
It should be all elephants, right? I don't actually... I assume so.
Should be the same armor
that Viper
class.
saves his castle with the elephants.
I don't know why it says war at the end. Maybe because it's not bonus against, like, the Gaia elephant? I don't know why they have to classify that.
This is a weird pop efficiency game now. Like, Sitaux might actually... In order to have a chance, he might need to delete 20 bills, but you never want to delete 20 bills. But Viper's got so much more military, and he's going to push the left with the castle and maybe take down Sitaux's castle. Sitaux's been spotted there with a couple of his own vills. He was, I think, going to sneakily try and take the gold, but that's just not possible. Viper's hoarding all that.
This push is forcing everything from Sitaux over there. So this is a great push from Viper. He adds another castle to this little line he's got through the center. And the threat of this is enough to force the entire army from Sitaux over. So he's not raiding Viper.
Yeah.
And now he has to charge into this. And this just looks disgusting.
Awful.
Those bomber cannons will take the Scorps. Legionaries are dying like flies.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, man.
That's the opposite of how you want that fight to be taken. But guess what? He didn't have time to think about it. And his hand was forced because Viper was coming here with his full army. Viper had the castle going up, and this is a critical position. Now, even if Sitaux does gain the Scorpion number, he doesn't have the meat shield he wanted. And Viper's just everywhere, dude. Viper's on the right with some elephants about to be through the wall. Viper's going to still push the left. And he's even getting Force Levy right now, planning on infantry himself.
Force Levy, yep. 0 on gold for Sitaux. He can't take the neutral one over to the right side. He's only got those 4 relics, so he can maybe sell something from the market, but very limited on gold supply here. And if you're Sitaux, like... This is one of those games where you're not going to do it, but you're looking at the state of it and the lack of things that you can do, and you're thinking about resigning at 200 pop.
Yeah, it's
like you're considering it a little bit.
You've never seen someone in such a bad position at 200 population. This is bad. This is
horrible.
Yeah, it's been
all to Viper's credit though. He read the Civ matchup. He played super greedy, super defensive, and he just got his castles up in time, and he hasn't looked back. These bombard cannons have done so much for him.
I think Heavy Scorp was a really nice call, too. It's been more effective than I would have envisioned, and it fit the moment. And he had a couple rough moments because he had too many Scorpions, but he's got perfect ratios of army on the left side. Enough Halbs to protect, enough Scorpions, enough Trebs. Sitau's going to try and push the right now with his ball of Scorpions. I think Viper can lose that castle and still feel satisfied. He'll hold on to it, he'll try, but let's see how the Scorpions and Halbs do here for Sitaux. Has to push this to have any chance.
Dude, those Scorpions are disgusting against elephants. Malay elephants, especially.
Are they both just going to lose a side of their base? I guess Viper, it's not really his main base, so it's acceptable.
I mean, he's going to lose one castle. Sitau's going to lose absolutely everything. On that side.
Which is a lot of eco, a lot of production buildings.
Where's the wood now for Sitaux? It's those two chunks of wood. That's it.
Yep. And Viper just clinging to life here in that area is perfect. He's okay with the losses, especially now that he has Force Levy and his swordsmen are only food, not gold. He's completely fine.
What pop does Sitaux resign at?
Well, I mean, he is more pop than Viper right now somehow.
Yeah, but what pop does he resign at? That's the question.
I'm gonna say he resigns at like 162 or something.
Yeah, this feels 164.
Yeah, this feels pretty bad.
He might get a good clear up on the left side. No, there's not enough HP on the Legionaries. The Scorpions have gone so well. Holy cow, the Scorpion decision from Viper is looking amazing.
Yeah.
Malay don't get hand cannons. That's what you would normally go for. He didn't want to go Arbalest because he thought it might be exposed to the Scorpions, as you mentioned before. So he went for Scorpions, and
just think
he's kind of doing the Roman thing against the Romans.
Let's say Sitaux does clear out this army on the left. Just think about this game in terms of pure castle positions. Like, it's got to be impossible now. Like, Viper can't be raided at all. Sitau's got one castle in the very north where there's no wood anymore. But I mean, Sitaux, that's why Sitaux has to push the heart of Viper's base right now. It's got to happen now. He knows it, and as to your point, he might feel like he's dead, but his pop doesn't say he's dead, so he's going to continue to fight.
Good value from the Scorpions from Viper on the left side. 60 kills on those. Still only the 4 bombard cannons. He hasn't lost one yet. They've done 50k damage as well. They have 28 kills. Sitaux is still pushing right side, but what are you pushing for? You're pushing for access to that gold?
Ooh.
And access to another wood line, I guess, as the two-handed swordsmen come in towards that wood line. Could be bad for Sitaux.
Yeah, Sitaux had some gold there, which is nice, but I'm just reacting because Viper had 2 bombard cannons on the right, and he just lost them to some halbs, so he can't flatten the Scorpions yet. And now Sitau's on the left with light cav, hoping to get in close to the bombard cannons again.
He lost one. He lost one of the 4. Oh my goodness. He might lose the second one.
Yeah, he loses 2. But Sitau's now got elephants and swordsmen in his base, and he doesn't see the swordsmen in the north on those farms. They've been able to make it through somehow. And I think the eco count...
124 pop. He's going to resign it.
Well, that's it's not very bold of you to predict that now.
126. No.
Whoa, such a good guess, Dave. Everyone's so impressed. Yeah, he calls it.
Honestly, like, that was a Civ matchup thing. And I think Viper read it really well right off the rip. He got the eco set up. His castles were very defensive, very late game oriented castles. And then he had enough to counter the Legionaries with the Scorpions. He wasn't worried about anything else. Sitaux maybe should have pressured earlier.
The siege
right?
workshop.
Maybe should have gone for that siege earlier and looked at the late game matchup a little bit more.
Yeah.
Against Viper.
I would have loved... I'm really curious how this game changes if after clearing Viper's army, he immediately goes forward for a siege workshop. He would have mangonels on TCs. Viper would never be able to place that first castle. And I agree. I think Viper read the matchup well, and he certainly played to that. But he did not plan on having 0 army in the mid game, and there was opportunity. Yeah, there was there was opportunity to punish that. He just had to kind of drop the TCs because he lost everything. So yeah, Sitaux will just really be disappointed. There were actually 2 castles he could have denied, right? The first one, if the siege was up faster, that is a reposition, and then the other one on the left, you were pointing out, Viper's just blindly building castles out there, hoping for the best, and it worked. So
yeah,
it's just It's frustrating when you play well enough to win a game, and it's just that. It's just 1 or 2 moments, and then Viper will take it and run with it. And that's what makes Viper so dangerous. If you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. And yeah, well played. I think this is set up for the perfect series between these two, by the way. Sitau's aggression worked. Sitaux could have had a little bit more map control. And then Viper, his late game is still his late game, which is incredible. So maybe that's the theme where Sitau's the aggressor. Viper kind of breeds out, and we see if Viper can get away with it. Game 2, we were wondering if Viper would lane because he's Vietnamese. He knows where the TC is. And question answered. He's moved forward. He's found 2 goats already.
Yep.
The boars are on the back for Sitaux. So unlikely Viper would steal them from back there. But if Viper continues around, he could actually get 3 more sheep.
He might find 3 more, dude. I really, upon seeing the lames that have happened in this tournament, I have not seen a player win if they lame their opponent's boar and don't get lame back. So like the lamed guy, if they steal a boar, always wins the game every single time. But if you lame sheep, which is a lot less costly on the HP of the scout and like your focus and everything, you do end up in a really, really good position. So it's probably better. Well, speaking from experience of just watching the games and how they played out, to just take the sheep and not the boar.
I think a small portion of that is probably the people who are going to be laming boars are the underdogs because they feel like
they have a bad civ matchup or whatever. I mean, it still ends up the same way. Like that Andy versus Lucho game, Lucho was in such a rough position when Andy lamed him. It was crazy. And then like 5 minutes into Feudal, he's 400 res collected ahead.
Yeah.
With not an eco sip with Magyars.
That was so sick.
Like,
but we haven't talked about it, but I love the confidence from him. He's like super young player, biggest moment of his career maybe, and he gets lamed like that, and he just didn't even wall most of Feudal. Just kept the pressure on. Oh, that was so fun. Luckily for Sitaux here, he's Persians. You start with the extra wood and food. He's been able to push in 2 deer. He also didn't lose 3 additional sheep because Viper didn't continue the full way around. So he could actually get these sheep, get 1 more deer, and there's the barracks. So we'll see the drush. Viper's wood line is, I was going to say vulnerable, but if he can just wall between them, not a bad situation for him to be in against a drush. I think against range units, the wood situation for Viper could be problematic in Castle Age.
Dude, he was so lucky that Ibex just wandered into his base there.
I know. I don't know how that happened.
Right through the wood line, free push in there, and then he can go out and find his goats. He was on the way to go find those, so he can deny them from Sitaux. So he's plus 400 food on the plus minus because Sitaux loses 200 from the goats. He gets 200. So that's really good for Viper.
Do you remember?
And he's locked down the front side of his base.
I don't know if we were casting this one together, but I just remember as Viper's getting early loom. So I think Viper's expecting the drush and getting early loom ahead of time, which is kind of unlike Viper. He doesn't tend to get loom this early, but it was Hidden Cup 1 or Hidden Cup 2, right? And it was an Acropolis game. And there was a deer, so they spawned left to right. So we had one player on the right side where the relic was, the other player's on the left where the pond was. And a deer from the right corner had spawned on top of another deer. Remember that old bug? And they just run across the map, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't know who the players were. This deer ran across the entire map from one guy's base underneath the other's
under
TC.
The TC?
Under the TC. And we're joking. We're like, haha, must be Viper map hacks. It was Viper in the end.
I knew it was.
It was so funny. Oh, I'll never forget that.
Only he could summon deer like that, dude.
Yeah.
Only he could summon deer. Speaking of food, like, look at the amount of goats under his TC.
Yeah.
There's still 7 there that he hasn't taken. He's going for the small walls, calmly building those. He's not gone out for the berries yet because he doesn't need to, courtesy of the goats. And he gets the hits against the scout from Sitaux early with the TC. Just a few, but it's enough to chase him away.
This is good recognition from Viper of a build we've seen a lot in this tournament. A lot of people would try the normal walls, but he's gone almost MBL style here and just gone for these tiny walls just to keep him safe for now. Sitaux will be disappointed by that. It does feel like if this was an old school player, A really good opportunity for Sitaux to tower Viper's Woodline in early Feudal.
Yeah. I mean, they're relatively, like, it's not that far away, right?
Yeah.
They're relatively close to each other. I think players nowadays are obsessed with the efficiency. They don't want to send the villagers that far forward.
Yep.
And, like, have to waste idle time on 4 or 5 vills. Because if you only send one villager, your tower is getting counter-tapped.
Yep. So you have to send
4 or
more.
5.
Yeah. But what are you accomplishing with Man-at-Arms if Viper's just going to chill and wait for ranged units? I feel like the best way to punish Viper here for just walling up and taking his time with eco is get some damage done, but...
Maybe. I mean, it's still an awkward defense from Viper. He's going to have to sit on the other side of this wood line if you get archers out on that. Like, I don't know.
Well, he's going to make more anyways. And maybe Sitaux will move over to the berries. The other militia are moving forward. But yeah, Sitaux is definitely not going to go forward. And the Persian eco is also too good. Another reason why you don't want to go forward is like your vills are so... Your eco is the reason you pick your civ, so you don't want to worsen your eco.
He should have just douched, man.
Honestly, Drush into a TC drop would have been really interesting here.
If you have the eco for it, that would be devastating, dude.
I mean, he has the res right now, so go Man-at-Arms TC drop, send it. Yeah, Man-at-Arms and double bit axe on the way for Sitaux. Viper should know what's coming. He did go forward to confirm that barracks had a flag on it later, so he knows there's follow-up. I think Viper has expected this the whole way through. And it would be surprising for him to take damage because he's expected this, but he didn't preemptively wall, and Sitaux is more aggressive than he was expecting.
Out with the villager, it doesn't matter. Damn, dude.
And this trap also means nothing. Like, Sitaux doesn't care about this. He's like, go ahead, build a gate. I don't care. I kill the villager. My scout's getting away now. And the Man-at-Arms can actually just leave again. And Viper just a little sloppy there. I think he knew what was coming, but he just needed a couple preemptive walls.
Yeah, one more palisade wall there. I think he was considering the trap before he set it up, and he forgot about that one villager.
Yeah.
Forgot about the one guy building. He loses that guy. It's not the worst thing in the world for him. I mean, it's not an instant win or anything for Sitaux, and Sitaux is threatening to come in again. He's trying to take advantage of the complacency here from Viper.
He's really testing Viper. He did the same in game number 1. There were a couple instances where he was attacking random vills with the scouts just to see if Viper would turn around and fight back. For the most part, Viper is, but this is some confidence from Sitaux that he thinks he can style on him a little bit and get away with it. Usually...
Well, he's trying to buy time so he can wall up at home, which he's doing.
Yep. But usually you can see so much fear from some players, right? Like, they won't get anywhere. People won't even go for Drushes or Man-at-Arms against Viper because he's so good at quick walling. They think they could do nothing against him. But Sitau's impressed me so far. Viper does have a lot of skirms, which is going to be a long-term problem, but as you said, the walls are going up for Sitaux. Big walls, and his eco has been pretty efficient behind this.
I think, in my experience watching Viper, and where Viper a lot of times fails in some games, you almost want to tactically sacrifice some units to get quick-walled while simultaneously attacking him somewhere else.
Yeah.
you want to give him that trap opportunity so you can get damage elsewhere.
Yeah,
Because
no,
he'll go
agreed.
for it and he'll focus there.
Well, I mean, part of that, too, is we're in a game state where Viper is very reactive right now, which is what we talked about in game 1. Viper was a bit more proactive in game 1 because he had his own Man-at-Arms opening. But now he needs to quick wall. And this gives Sitaux time at home to still wall up and do what he wants. And that's a good quick wall from Viper. But Sitaux, still chilling, still farming.
So
kills Viper's scout, and he'll be fully walled.
And there's the trap. No, it's not a trap. He can get out. Let's go.
he can't help
out of there
himself.
again. Yeah.
He can't help himself. I know that we're still seeing a lot of skirms against this, but I love the Man-at-Arms speed these days because they've actually been able to get away from the skirmishers and linger here all of Feudal.
Yeah, and they're a consistent threat, right? If you know the range units are coming behind, you don't want to leave these things alive. My question for Viper is like, what are you reading here as the follow-up from Sitaux? Because you really don't have that much information. You saw the archer range with the flag on it, but you also saw the walls. So for all you know, he could just be like cutting army. And if he's cutting army, do you stop production fully in Feudal Age as well?
Yeah.
Trying to get up to Castle Age.
This is why that scout was so valuable, because Viper should be able to track the archery range, and he also could look for a stable, because I think in Viper's mind right now, he's making archers expecting to be vulnerable to knights or scouts in the future. But if Sitaux just pesters Viper's woodline with skirmishers, could be really annoying for Viper's efficiency.
He's trying to trap in these men-at-arms again, Viper. Like, he doesn't know where they are, but he's got a villager over there waiting for the trap. And
he doesn't have the preemptive walls up on the gold anymore because he deleted them after the gates. And the men-at-arms are back. And Sitaux might get a villager. Even if he doesn't, he's taking Viper off of gold. Viper with the quick wall. And
gotcha.
Viper doesn't lose it. And Viper also kills a skirmisher, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and that's a big hill in the center. Holy cow. I haven't even paid attention to that hill. That's massive.
You know what I'm going to say?
Such an important position.
They're both on range units. I mean, same conversation as last game, but even more so now.
Siege Workshop.
That's a Siege Workshop.
Right,
yeah.
That locks down the entire middle of the map. And the gold from Viper, the front wood line from Viper.
The wood, yeah. Like, Viper does have that other wood line, but he's not taking it. Sitaux is falling back. Both players skipped fletching, so I think both players very aware of how important Castle Age is here. And Viper sells some of his stone to click up, but it's going to be skirm v skirm action, at least so far. Maybe we'll see some knights from both. But I think Viper is still expecting this to be knights from Persians, because it just feels weird for anyone to play skirm into the Vietnamese, because Vietnamese skirms are the best. And Persians have great knights.
Sitaux's got to start walling that a little bit faster on the left side.
Oh, true.
Those archers are coming in, and Viper can be very annoying with those archers. The skirmishers are at the front side of the base. The gold is there. The walling villager is here. How quickly can Sitaux notice this?
Viper needs to run past him.
The archers are getting in. Yeah, Sitaux noticed at the last second.
Yeah, I mean, that villager's gone. That villager's dead.
Yeah.
He doesn't even continue to run with it. The big thing here with these archers, not just the villager kill, but Sitaux's army will not be in the middle now. Mm-hmm. So Viper...
And now he can't send the villagers forward for a siege workshop if he wants one there to clear that hill.
This gives Viper the time he needs. He's 40 seconds later to Castle Age, but in those 40 seconds, Sitaux's going to be chasing down archers that Viper wasn't even planning on saving. So this is a nice move from Viper, and kind of risky in some ways, but I think ultimately a good decision to stop making archers and to use those 4 archers like that.
Will he see the elite skirm upgrade come in? Will those archers stay alive long enough to see that? Because that's valuable information. Don't think so. Dang.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Sitaux has any idea now. I mean, Viper only had 4 archers. Viper showed 7 skirms. I would be worried about there being knights out. It's going to be
4
elite
seconds.
skirm.
He might see the elite skirm in the center here. Or on the left side. He saw it for a split second. Don't know if he realized it, but they're in on the wood line now. So that's going to be a surprising moment there for Viper. Like, oh, he went skirm.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going CA. This is going to be a problem. He adds in a knight now to deal with that. But the cavalry armor is now on the way from Sitaux, is going for a second on center. So some mind games potentially here for Sitaux, as he probably wants to add in
Knight
stable as well. No, that was for Viper. Sorry, I thought that was for Sitaux.
The Knight doesn't have any armor there, so the Knight won't contribute a ton, especially if there's a Cav Archer there. So it's the same comp. Vietnamese in late game are way better with this comp. Persians right now are superior with this comp, in my opinion, because they have the crazy eco behind it. Still, the villagers are producing incredibly fast. I also think that Sitaux's map, the way he's walled, is better for him because his woodlines aren't vulnerable. But Viper's going to counterattack. Kind of a weird counterattack with just 3 units. Sitaux was not expecting that. And Sitaux's gate is open. And Viper says, thanks, brother. And walks right in. Oh, man. Sitaux needs to notice that. He needs to finish the TC on the left. And
this is annoying.
That's
very annoying.
Really annoying. Yep.
And behind the scenes, Viper's already getting handcart. Shout out to Vietnamese.
Yeah, also...
Wheelbarrow and handcart already in frame.
Oh, so man, and the town center's up, Dave.
But there's an attack on the other side, and Sitaux runs right into the TC. Oh!
That's so good from Viper. Just a little bit of magic, right? Just one tiny moment. And this army getting in has led to not just the villager kill there, but the panic TC, the idle time for Sitaux, and Sitaux running underneath Viper's TC. So, nice job from Viper.
It's the timings again. 2 straight games where, like, 1 second makes a difference, or more like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But like if Sitaux gets in there a little bit quicker, he can harass the villagers. He doesn't run into the TC. If his Cav Archer doesn't aggro against those units from Viper, they don't get in. He's not annoyed there. If he walls a little bit quicker against those 4 archers on the left side, Viper doesn't get in and distract him. It's unfortunate timings here for Sitaux for sure.
Sitaux does have a higher skirm count, and when it's primarily ranged units, that is really what matters right now. Now the skirms aren't in the position that he wants necessarily, but still, Viper's playing mainly Cav Archers into skirm, but on the hill, that's a good fight for Viper. Or looked good anyways. And then Viper defending with his own skirms at home. He is going to make more skirms now.
University coming in for him too.
Yeah. Does Viper know about anything on the right side of his base? Because I'm thinking that right area, a TC, just to protect that opening, to have vision there would be really nice.
On the wood, yeah.
Because you don't have good town center spots of your Viper. This is really hilly, really open.
Even just a couple outposts over on that side would go huge, but he doesn't have any stone, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He did sell his stone, so he'll stay 2 town centers for a bit. Still think a Siege Workshop in the middle could hit really hard, but neither player
for both
has the position
both players,
yet.
Dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
this could be really good ballistic timing here for Viper with these skirms if Sitaux tries to take that fight over there. Handcart even coming in for Sitaux, so both ecos are going to be firing on all cylinders. All the eco upgrades in with the exception of mining upgrades.
I think Viper is army shifted to the right. Okay, he'll TC there. I mean, that is a really important area in the middle of his base. And feels like a good time for the 3rd town center. Are you surprised that Sitaux doesn't have a university yet? It feels like we would normally have ballistics by now with this many range
I
units.
think he's just been investing so much into his eco, right? Like,
yeah.
Look at his food eco. He got handcart, he got wheelbarrow,
36 on food,
and he's planning on switching into cavalry into next.
30.
So he wants Viper to like hard commit onto this and then spam maybe.
Nah, it's good. I actually think you almost end up doing this unintentionally, but I think at this stage, you might want to idle your town centers for like a minute or 2 minutes, just so you can get that big injection of food and gold for the knights, because it's so tough. It's such a common problem. The Persians never float food because they need so much food to keep their TCs running. Viper has ballistics.
Oh man, he only has 1 stable though. He only has 1 stable, bro.
Yeah,
there
that's
we
changing.
Go. Second
that's
and
changing.
3rd stables. Needs to get that +2 armor in for sure. The attack upgrades don't really matter, but the +2 armor is a must if he's gonna rush out with this. And then by the time he reveals it, like how many do you wait for?
That's really tricky. I think it depends on if you have your skirms with them.
Oh, his villager waypoints, dude. They're going outside the base.
No.
Sitaux, it doesn't just happen to Viper. It happens to all of us.
Yeah, he'll realize at least that it's happened, and he'll only lose 2 vills. That might make Viper think that was 2 vills. That could be for a middle siege workshop. So that might make Viper think he was going to take the middle. And now Viper takes this. He's going to build the siege workshop there. He's like, no, that's my hill. Thank you very much. It's weird though, right? Because the siege makes a lot of sense against primarily skirm. If you add siege now, knights can snipe that fairly easily. So I think maybe the stage of the game is past. Man, it's so close. Sitaux has a nice villager lead. He's collected 2,000 more resources, and he has been hiding the knights from Viper so far.
How many do you wait for? I think you got to wait for like 15, dude. I think you have to wait for a lot before you reveal this.
It would be really nice, though, if when he storms the middle, he adds the siege workshop. I know I've continued to bring it up, but take the hill, push the hill, especially with Viper being on stone right now. You got to get that pressure in before Viper gets his castles up. That was the same story as game 1. And here he goes.
Here he comes. He's got 9. Okay. 9 with +2 armor. Forging coming in.
I mean, this will shock Viper, but Viper has a chance for a big shot on the skirms. Oh, and Sitaux saw that. And now Viper tries to quick wall, but the villagers didn't get it, and now he drops a gate.
And he gets it with the gate. He gets it with the gate, but the mangonel is still exposed there. It's still going to go down. And Viper loses skirms on the other side.
It's still going to go down, and his cav archers have to flee now because the skirms are chasing. and Sitaux is going to have knights everywhere. Viper's going to be in a panic here. He's going to add his own knights. He's dropping his own stables. This is going to be full chaos. But Viper has to micro a lot with these cav archers to stay away from the skirms and the knights. And his base is going to be so exposed. There could be raids everywhere.
Yep, this is what the Night Switch accomplishes, and this is what hiding it accomplishes. Sitaux waited for the correct amount, and Imperial Age is now on the way.
Wow.
So he won't keep spamming Knights. He's going Imp. The food eco for Sitaux is propping all of this up. He got the farms up so quickly. He got handcart. He was missing out on ballistics. You were asking about that. He just puts all of that wood into food. And we can see the results of it right now.
Now, if you do stop production here, this does mean that Viper's cav archers haven't been dealt with. And that if Viper can use enough knights to clear out the skirms, the CA could still deal with the knights. So it's a little bit risky. I like the idea, but Viper's going full army to push this back. And Viper hasn't lost his hill yet. If he can ever turn around, Sitau's got a lot of exposed eco on the front. That gate is not a lot protecting him. So, and Savar's a long way away. And so is Cavalier.
I mean, it's a decision you got to make, right? Do you want to go full Castle Age, or do you want to greed your way up to Imp? And if you're going to do something in between, then Viper might take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And he might match your army numbers, right? And then you're not in Imp. So you got to make one decision either way. Sitaux tries to go to Imp. Still trying to hold this middle. Like you said, the cav archers haven't been dealt with. And the siege workshop is still there. So Sitaux needs to do a lot of work before he can get this hill in the middle. That's so important.
Same thing for Viper, though. Now you've committed to making knights and some Ellies. I think you can never stop. You just have to continue. When you see Sitau's an Imp and you're this far away, just full produce. You don't see this too frequently these days, but yeah, full Castle Age against Imperial Age incoming. Viper, man, move your elephant out of the group. He's slowing the whole group down here.
It's unfortunate. More elephants on the way, though.
I mean, it makes me sad to see cav archers and knights move so slowly.
You know what also makes me sad? This most important hill in the center of the map, Viper's building with 2 villas. Okay, a little bit more urgency. There we go. There we go. It takes a village, you know?
Yeah. Sitau's giving himself a little bit of time moving around the map. Sitaux will wait for Cavalier. He'll wait for armor. He's 30 seconds away. He can't advance up the hill. Viper lands a nice shot. Viper's castle will complete. Sitaux should recognize that. You got to be careful. All the knights could get trapped against Viper. You got to be real careful.
You need to have a healthy respect for the quick wall ability.
Yeah.
Basically. You can't be afraid of it. You just have to have respect for it. And Sitaux takes a pretty good fight there. He kills the knights. He's taking out some of the cav archers. Viper's trying to micro his way out of this one. Murder Hole is now coming in for him. And Savar is on the way for Sitaux at such a quick time as Viper is not even up to Imp yet.
Dude, his eco's insane. I mean, it's similar, though, because he's cutting numbers to do this. It still takes 2 minutes. But I think the key for him is don't fight Viper where the cav archers are. That's what Viper wants. Viper can't defend anywhere else. He can only be where those CA are. So try and avoid that. I say try because the castle in the middle doesn't make it easy. The raids on the left from Viper doesn't make this easy. And the elephants don't either. But man, what a game. Viper with some critical raids on the right side to take Sitaux off of gold. Viper with some raids on the left side, which might not be dealt with right away. And now more quick walls from Viper. Gates everywhere. The Cavalier do get through, though. And he's got a lot of eco exposed back there.
Dude, that gate wall reminds me of some old Slam video or something.
Yeah,
man.
right?
That is incredible. I would have loved to see him get it up. Couple knights being converted, or rather Cavalier, and Savar timing is still 56 seconds away. Viper did some damage with the cav archers, but the eco from Sitaux that's kind of bankrolling this whole push is still incredible.
Can Sitaux
42 on food right now.
Can Sitaux win this game without any siege? Because if Viper walls and holds with castles, that's his win condition now. It feels tough for Sitaux without siege, but doable if he has Savar everywhere. I don't know, man. It feels like he eventually is going to run out of gold. This has been really costly, and Viper's got more of the map locked down for extra golds. But Savar's in. Savar's a big jump. And this replaced Paladin for the Persians with the Persian rework. So it's a bit It's slightly different
Viper
stats. You can
losing all of
compare it
those
to a
gold bills
paladin.
at the front. Look at the wood line too, dude. Oh my god, Viper just lost like 20 vills.
Yeah, he's exposed everywhere. And the important thing is the cav archers. Viper can't be losing cav archers. Yeah,
I mean,
30
Murder
vills
Holes
down.
has gone crazy for him, though. Murder Holes has gotten some serious value for Viper throughout this game, but, I mean, Savara just killing everything. Another castle in the north there for Viper. He's got the castle set up very similar to last game. All defensive, all on hills, defending his base.
If you...
But that villager count right now is concerning for him.
Yeah,
89
Sitaux just found a way in. He just found a way in and found multiple ways in. And Viper had to sell off the little food he had to even get Bracer when he made it to Imp. And that's just for his castles. Not a good sign for Viper. Crazy, crazy play from Sitaux this game. Amazing opening and full-on pressure there. Getting the Savar that quickly is ridiculous. Well played.
I love the progression there from him, too. Like, he spends all Feudal Age running around with those men-at-arms. Viper stays at home the entire time. And then he adds skirms to deal with the archers from Viper. Fine. That helps him full wall. I mean, he lost a villager doing it, whatever. Viper sees elite skirm. So Viper goes into knights and then goes into ballistics for his range units. And Sitaux just adds farms.
Yeah.
And gets handcart. And then when he makes that switch into knights, he's fully prepped to produce like 15 of them and then click up to imp. That's incredible.
At
really,
one
really
point,
nice eco from Sitaux.
Yeah, and yeah, Persian eco is good, but Vietnamese is one of the best eco civs in the game as well, so let's not forget that. But at one point, it was like 15 on food for Viper and 36 for Sitaux.
With handcart for both. So
Yeah.
the eco upgrades were still there for Viper. It's just the numbers weren't.
I think Sitaux opened up that potential with some really good engagements, right? He kept things scrappy in the middle, and Viper was never really able to balance his eco. Eventually, Viper got the CA numbers, but yeah, it didn't matter once Cavalier came in. So
Yeah.
I think for Viper, he did know what was coming at the Feudal Age because he walled it up, but he just really struggled to ever get any counter damage, right? I guess it was the 3 archers, but the 3 archers got into Sitau's base when it didn't really matter anymore in late Feudal, and he had his eco set up. So game number 3, this is the number 1 pick for both. It is possible that you can have a mirror matchup in this tourney. Only if they were to first pick with the hidden pick number 1. The Chinese seen as one of the best civs in the game, and they both end up for it here. So it's even. Great eco for both, good options for both, and I would say pretty good maps for both here as well.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a better map for Viper, at least initially. He can wall himself into the corner.
Yeah.
And especially with those cliffs. And the early walls are going to be better. Sitaux, it was funny actually, with Sitau's line of sight with the Chinese TC, he couldn't see a wood line. It took him a long time to find his wood lines because they're actually quite far away. But I mean, he will probably be able to lock it down. I think you're not seeing super fast aggression from Chinese generally either. So you might have the time to wall up.
Yeah,
I can't see Viper being the guy that's coming forward right away.
I would expect this to be just scout opening from both because it's one of the best builds with Chinese. And the only time that you deviate from that is if the other civ forces you to, which they're obviously both Chinese, so that won't happen. I agree, though. Viper's map is definitely way better for the start. I mean, sometimes that's all you're asking for is just to...
And for the finish, too. Like,
yeah, his golds are still in the back.
Really solid.
Sitau's, it's just the wood lines, right? Like, the wood lines are really close to Viper, and Sitau's wood lines are super far. So, I've talked about this. There's no restarts. We don't have restarts in present-day AoE. This version of Arabia, majority of the time has been incredible, and I've loved it, but there is some variance sometimes where someone's got a little bit more work to do to get walled up at least.
Sitau's going to wall to the edge of the map and then wall towards the TC.
Yeah, but if you get walled in Sitau's position, you've got a lot of res in the back to work with. It just takes time.
Yeah, of course.
Man, so Chinese mirror matchup. I feel like normally we would talk about the complexities of the matchup, but now I just hit a wall. How do you think, Dave? What do you think Viper will do? Chinese are very hard to manage on his side. It's also very hard to counter the Chinese on Sitau's side. So what bonuses do you think he could utilize here?
Well, honestly, T90 official, I think the Chinese are a very, very good matchup against the Chinese.
Really? Because I'm not sure I agree with that. I feel as though Chinese historically struggle against the Chinese.
Well, that's a great point.
Yeah, I think. Well, actually,
Back to you.
Actually, guys, if you look it up, I bet you the Chinese win rate against Chinese is 50%. So it's actually a very close matchup.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know what else to do there. So
just like, they get one of those coaches from like a third-tier school or something. He finally has a media day, and they're asking him questions. He's just saying like, "Yeah, no."
It's also.
I think like honestly, dude, if I'm gonna be real, I think Viper's best civ that I see him play consistently is probably Chinese.
Yeah, I
just
would agree.
because there's so many options with them, and a lot of times we see it on like a map like Enclosed, right?
I think
Where he makes use of the jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing with the Chinese, and it really balances the eco well. His start is super efficient, and Sitau's gonna have to try something I think a little bit more aggressive. If he goes late game mirror matchup against Viper,
yeah,
I think he's gonna struggle.
The thing, like I'm. My critique of Viper is never present when he plays Chinese for whatever reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like my critique of Viper is he doesn't play with army control often. It's like he greeds out, right? But my memories of Viper, it's like lots of army with the Chinese and he's adding the eco. I guess it's because with the Chinese you can kind of do both really well and he doesn't have to choose one or the other.
He mixes and matches so well with the unit compositions with them too. Like a lot of people find Chinese tricky because you can't just spam one unit.
Yeah.
You have to go like 3 or 4 units, right? You have to have the archer element. You have to have the halbs. You have to have the siege. You have to have the cavalier, the light cav.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have the eco to back it up. And Viper can do all of those things. So we'll see what Sitaux can do. Chinese are they the best Arabia civ right now, or is that Khitans? They're in the top.
Chinese are up there. Yeah, obviously it also depends on the map gen. Like if you don't have a lot of deer to push, if you have lots of hills, that makes Chinese worse. But let me just put it to you this way. I don't think I've seen Mongols played a single time. That has always been banned. And
True.
Chinese and Khitans have made it through some of these drafts. So
Yeah.
I think people fear the Mongols a little bit more, so that should say something.
But that might be because people don't want to draft the Mongols first with their hidden draft pick.
Yeah,
they don't want to waste it on that. Whereas like their thought process with Chinese or Khitan slipping through is that I can always pick it first.
Yeah.
And that'll be fine. Now, if Chinese and Khitans both don't get banned in the admin ban or the hidden bans for both players, then it gets a little bit interesting. Like, which one are you picking first?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are always going to go Chinese there, but that really benefits the guy on the left side of the draft, right? Because it's the hidden pick, and then the next guy gets the next pick, which so they go Chinese and Khitans, which is why both are never left open because they don't want that to happen. So scouts are coming. I don't think Viper actually knows where Sitaux is. Because he was pushing that extra deer.
He saw his stone. He saw his stone. So he could be right or he could be north of the stone.
Yeah.
But he saw that early, so he knows that he's around there. And he sees the angle the scouts are coming in from. So he'll know that Sitau's up here in that
This
corner.
is one of those annoying things. Sitaux is expecting the pressure on the front of his base. And if Viper doesn't know where he is, it just happens to loop way over to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has no idea. And
he has no idea, and he's going to go right to the berries.
Yeah, Viper map hacks. And his third scout arrives almost on time, little bit late there.
But again,
Sitaux will be able to push this away, and Viper sees the villager not building the house. There's nothing over there.
Look at the difference in the maps, though, right? Like, Viper can almost be fully walled. If Sitaux wants any chance of doing that, he's leaving himself super exposed. So I think the best thing to do in Sitau's shoes is you actually just have to accept you're not going to do damage to Viper. You're just not. Make enough scouts to match Viper, protect your walling vills, and then adapt from there. But the mistake would be to try and force the issue against Viper's map. There's just no way. But it's a bit of a guessing game then, because you don't actively have an idea of how Viper's going to play a situation. And right now, the Viper comes in to the golds, but Sitau's tracking it. Archer range on the front from him. Viper will see that Sitau's on golds, but Viper is also thinking about going to gold himself.
Ooh.
And Viper loses a scout there. Yeah.
That was the weak scout. It's copium, I guess, for Viper. It was the weak one. And he's going to escape a little bit here. The range is faster. He sees the range. Viper, I think he definitely has to invest into a range unless he wants to go for a tower on that gold.
I think
have to do something about that.
Sitaux's happy with that engagement. He thinks Viper's greeding out and not making many units because he just saw 2 scouts. But Viper's made more. Viper's looping to the right now. A lot of the spearmen are going to be forward for Sitaux. And Sitaux has to leave his berries here. That's a nice shot from Viper. I think he recognized just how open Sitaux's base is. And he wants to pressure it now.
And that'll keep the spearmen at home at least. But, I mean, Sitaux can't really do anything against Viper. He's going to be slightly faster with the archers. But you mentioned it before. We mentioned it at the beginning. The map for Viper is just so good. It's so condensed.
It's so good. Yeah.
Right? The gold is exposed, but it's easy with just a couple skirms or archers to kind of push the range units from Sitaux away. As Sitaux tries to wall out these scouts, he doesn't get it. KD is 1-0 for Sitaux currently.
I mean, this game is twice as hard for Sitaux right now, and he is playing really smooth. I also love the second archer range, because then he can actually apply some pressure to Viper here and maybe pressure the berries, maybe pressure the gold. But yeah, impressive. This is a mirror matchup as far as civs, but as far as maps, this is... what's the opposite of a mirror matchup? I don't know. It's way different.
Viper scouts just went through a hole in those 2 houses.
Oh.
Now, he might remember that. I don't know if Sitaux saw that.
Yeah.
But he might remember it. And when Sitaux tries to full wall that area later, he might try and go in there again.
Okay.
Because that does not look like a hole there between the final 2 houses on the right side, but there is.
Yeah. We've seen it so many times. It's when the house is slightly above the other house. There's usually a gap.
And the Japanese or Chinese houses as well, the bamboo.
The bamboo.
You get bamboozled.
Yep.
So I bet Viper has filed that away in his mind.
And that might be why he's getting bloodlines right now. I mean, the map's already super open, so there's reason to try and think you could be aggressive here. Viper gets bloodlines. I still don't think that's actually a good fight. He loses the scout. Sitaux is matching the army very nicely.
He might be just doing this to keep those archers away from his base, not in anticipation of any damage.
Sitaux just needs to leave the mill. The mill is a scary place now. Just be next to...
on the way out, dude.
Yeah.
It was even the last time he went out there, it was like 60 food left on the berries. Like, not worth, dude. And now he loses a village because of it.
Yeah, that's still okay in the end. But, like, Viper...
Second range for Viper, too.
Viper can just chill at home, and he's kind of fine. Sitaux is just chasing, and Viper is toying with him right now. I gotta say, though, if Viper skipped Bloodlines... He's on the way to Castle Age faster in a range unit war. So the Bloodlines has not paid off for him yet.
I mean, maybe.
They killed a Vil, I guess, but I don't know if Bloodlines was needed.
He killed a Vil, and Sitaux is a little bit hesitant. You can see it. He's a little bit hesitant. He can't decide whether he wants to go forward or send those back.
Yep.
He might have checked the HP as well. Like, that might be the one thing that's holding Sitaux away from Viper's base.
Actually,
Viper was way later with the second range, too.
If Viper does come forward here, I think Sitaux can kill this. I don't know if Sitaux is aware of that, and he's trying to bait Viper further forward.
I think he's trying to bait him.
That's so good. That's so good. He will kill everything from Viper, I think.
Yep.
Viper hasn't been able to use his map. Viper will lose all of his ranged units. Viper's scouts will try and get some damage, but Sitaux has his spears out of position. Nah, he still has his spears around. That's worth it for Sitaux. That was without fletching as well for Sitaux.
That's it. That's really good. Sitaux was very clearly trying to bait that army in once he saw it. Yeah. And now Viper needs to wall in front of this. Please wall in front of the TC. He's got confidence that he can wall if those scouts dive in, but that could be pretty dangerous. Bloodline's now on the way for Sitaux, but Castle Age is coming in for Viper, so it's going to be a big age difference here.
You got to cancel Bloodlines.
Yeah.
You're not going to get...
Dude. He's fully walled.
But, I mean, he's nowhere near Castle. Viper's probably on the way up. At the same time, he feels like he needs kills. I feel for Sitaux right now because he's played extremely well. But Viper's been able to just play smooth behind his map and just try and pick him apart with the scouts. And he's on the way up. And when he's up, he'll get upgrades. I don't think Sitaux's army is going to get the value he's looking for right now.
Yep. Looking at the times, like the percentages, Viper has 30 minutes more of gathering time from his villagers. Sitaux has 6 minutes more of idle eco.
Yep.
Like Viper has just been so safe behind these walls. He got wheelbarrow earlier as well. 3 ranges now producing archers, so he's not gonna get greedy and go for a boom. He's gonna go for military and try and hit that timing with the crossbows. So much of this game has just been dictated by the map setup.
Yeah,
from both players in a mirror match.
I had said something, and maybe it's too late now. And again, 95% of the time, it's just awesome. But considering there's so little time in between games, I would love to see 1 restart per player or something. Because I feel for Sitaux right now. I don't know what more he could have done.
Does he restart that map, though? Is it really the worst? I don't think it's a restartable
That's
map.
true. Maybe he doesn't because he assumes Viper's map is going to be the same as his, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, Viper's not expecting Sitaux to have these upgrades, maybe. Sitaux has to take a fight right now to have any chance in this game. He's going to take it. This, to me, feels like a fight that Sitaux will be satisfied with. But still, Viper's upgrades will come in. And he'll push
woodline
back.
is being idled as well, so that's just another frustration for him.
Yeah.
There was 2 crossbows there from Viper. He might kill some vills. Sitaux's going into skirms now from 2 ranges. There's the first villager kill over there on the woodline. That's 3 total for Viper.
It is fair as well. Viper's map was definitely worse than the previous game, so maybe it just evens out in a best of 7.
Thumb ring.
That's another thing with Viper. Consistently, I find he always likes to play 3 range, thumb ring, crossbows with Chinese. I guess with the text being cheaper, it's really strong.
Yeah, like he's taking advantage of the Civ bonus with the text being cheaper, and because he likes to do that, it means that he's not like greedily booming at the same time.
Yeah.
Which might be why he's so good with them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just he always looks super comfortable. Again, though, I think this game has been twice as hard for Sitaux. He stayed in it. He had to drop that tower. That tower will keep him alive, and he can get his upgrades here soon. So I just wish for Sitaux that he would complete the wall on the right side. I know there's that hole, but that is still wide open. So it's not as if... I guess then again, Viper could just go through the palisade. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to go skirms now.
The tail through the center. He's got the rocket card as well. Sitaux, it would be really nice if he could find that with the scout. He still has the scout alive, or a scout alive, rather.
It is good for Sitaux that he built a market, because he's going to need that. When the game is this scattered, you might need to buy and sell some res pretty consistently.
If you're Sitaux, can you identify, like, instinctually that Viper has thumb ring right now? Because he's attacking a little bit faster than normal.
100%. Yeah, he'll know. It won't make a big difference for him. I don't think he'll get thumb ring himself because his eco's kind of stretched, but you need to have the final armor on your ranged units, and then you're probably fine. He's got to prioritize right now what group he goes after, and he's going to go after the group breaking into the left side.
Bro, this rocket cart's going to be brutal. Does Viper just attack ground in between
the ranges?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Now Viper will boom.
And he can just sit here. This is insane value from him, as long as he's sitting here.
Yeah, and actually, long term, that little hill, that little bump there adds even more value.
Yep.
There was a slight attack from Sitaux, by the way, a scout on the woodline, but Viper swats that away. Second TC for Viper. Things are flowing for his economy right now, big time. Sitaux will get +2 armor. You would not normally see a +2 armor on the knights, but again, he's also Chinese. And maybe that's enough to at least dive and snipe the siege, and that's what he'll try. Upgrade comes in. He micros away from the siege. Viper's blocking a lot.
He's going to lose all the knights because of this. That's nice attempt from Viper. Sitaux does get it, but what does it cost? It costs
everything.
4 knights, and guess what? There's another rocket cart where that came from.
And then another knight just ejects out, and that knight's got to be microed all the way back to save himself. Nice micro, but this is just continuous from Viper. And there's really not a lot he needs to change. The armor's still not in for Sitaux, so Viper's crossbows can actually just kill the skirms. And the siege will help.
He gets a big shot there, too.
Yeah, skirms just fire so slow.
Sitaux is dodging the rocket cart quite well. And he's getting some value against the crossbows, but he needs more than this. Like, he needs map control here. Viper is expanding the eco behind. We just even compare the idle TC time. Sitaux is 1 TC, 3 minutes of auto TC time.
Yeah, true.
Viper's 2 TC, 57 seconds.
I think for Viper, you could just go Knights now. You have so much food.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easier to boom if you don't do that. Sitaux gets really close there. But again, without that final armor on the skirms, the crossbows are actually taking them down reasonably quick. And Sitaux doesn't have ballistics either. So Sitaux just so many steps behind. Viper will know that.
Cav archers.
And now 3 TCs for him. Yeah, Cav archers for Viper. Interesting.
Cav archers is interesting, but I guess he already has thumb ring. Like,
yeah, he has bloodline too.
Sitaux still doesn't have that second armor. I mean, it gives you some mobility, right? He's going to the right side with these crossbows, so he wants to check to see if that's still open. He might have that hole in mind, and he might be thinking he's super sneaky. And
yeah, true.
He's gonna run right through there, but then it gets there and it's still
wide open anyways. But then you have to go the long way around, so you don't remind him the hole is there just in case.
Or he could hit the wood line too if he sees it. I don't think he'll see that.
Really smart from Viper though. He doesn't actually need his main army in the middle anymore. The Cav archers are enough to chase down these knights. A nice quick wall from him to prevent the knights from getting through. He is just playing as we expected with the map and with the civ.
Sitau's coming out now to house wall that.
But
if you're Viper, you never shoot that Vil.
Yeah.
You
could put one crossbow there. One crossbow and then let the rest of the group go.
Like, it's very clear that Sitau's spidey senses are telling him, like, okay, I haven't seen those crossbows in a very long time. Very, very long time. But I don't think he's going to expect them showing up at the back of his goal.
No way, dude. Yeah, you're never expecting it back there. Yeah, I mean,
man.
He does see it. I mean, props from the awareness, I guess. But that awareness, it doesn't change how bad the situation is. Viper defending at home with the rocket carts. Sitaux with some good micro again. He will lose some knights, maybe. But Viper's crossbows have him completely off of gold. Yeah, it's really rough for Sitaux right now. Good fights on the front, though. This is why, again, if Viper just had a couple knights, I feel like it'd be pretty strong against those skirms.
Yep. He's going to clear it up, but it's going to take him some time, and that's some decent trades there for Sitaux. Like, this is a very, like you said, very, very easy army to deal with some knights.
Yeah.
And a rocket cart.
He committed to the 3 TCs now, so I guess his food is disappearing pretty quickly. A lot of that army's pretty weak for Sitaux, but I mean, let's say he clears up the crossbows in the back right now, which he's on his way to doing.
Eco.
Maybe he could...
It doesn't...
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really matter, dude. It's the eco disparity is just so huge.
The Viper just maybe needs to idle his town centers for a minute and get some food again, buy some food maybe to get his own knights to match. And then he will full clear this and take game number 3. But man, both players playing really well. I think Sitaux could possibly chalk this up to the map, in his mind at least. Even if it's not true, mentally that might be a good thing to make you feel okay with this. I mean, he's competed still.
It's kind of unfortunate that they for him that they both kind of went Chinese here. He might have been counting on Chinese for
a win,
just a momentum win.
Yeah,
right?
True. That's a good point. He does have a big army lead, but there's no way that this can result in Viper losing. There's just no way. It's such a significant lead. Right?
If Viper spiritually identifies with doubt and sends 25 villagers forward through an army to build a castle forward, I think he could lose this game, but he's going to have to really work at it.
I would say if there's one person that Viper would claim he does not spiritually identify as, it would be Doubt.
It's Doubt.
Viper would be so offended if anyone were to ever say that he's spiritually identified with Doubt.
I was just, bringing up possibilities, dude. I was brainstorming.
Yeah, that's what we have to do when the game's that over. Viper played it really well. I think we kind of summed it up. I thought Sitaux played incredible. That one clear from Viper was great, but in the end, when you're this open and your opponent can constantly attack you and you can't attack them, you have to usually overmake army and you're late to castlage. And that's exactly what happened. Viper played super clean behind. Credit to him for poking, getting that damage, of course, and he will not complain about that. GG.
It's just so, like, it's very technical when Viper plays Chinese.
Yeah.
It's just he's doing everything at the right moments. His eco is always so clean. He's making those transitions. Sometimes he's struggling maybe to like finish off the game, like in that scenario. But it's never a point where it's life or death for him. He's already gotten the damage early.
Yeah, it's just interesting because I personally think Viper can play very similarly with other civs that don't have the bonuses of the Chinese and think, offense first, and then drop those town centers. But like the Malay game, right? He ends up like 4 TCs with 2 military. Like it's the steps before that end up being the problem there. But I think because he can get away with it, if you can get away with a lot, you're going to do it, right? We've seen games where Hera will sit back with like 3 skirms and 1 monk against a big army, and he's going to micro the crap out of that and get that
against
eco
2
lead.
mangonels, yeah,
exactly.
And they never dive in because they're scared.
Yeah,
it's like, scared of what, dude?
Yeah, like you're going to take every advantage you can get. So, all right. So first thing we look to is what type of map this is, because I think there's a chance that Viper might try Fast Castle here. Not the only person that's done it, but Viper did it in the first round. We've had other players trying it. Bengalis, Fast Castle Ratha, good old Phosphor build orders, very strong. For Viper to make this work, you need a wood line next to a gold so that the wood and the gold work very well. And then you want food. So you want to push in at least 4 deer. You got 2 there. And then there's 3 more to the north if Viper finds. And then there's 2 more. I mean, if Viper scouts these and wants to try it, I think this map makes it doable.
Dude, that is like the most 2013 boar placement I've seen in a very long time from Viper on Arabia.
The one in the south?
Yeah, the one on the other side of the wood line,
yeah,
like a million miles away from the TC. Yeah.
At least it's not Scandinavia, where it's on the other side of like 2 wood lines that are stuck together. There's a couple or Mongolia, where it's on the other side of a cliff or something.
Oh, there's one on the other side of the wood line for Sitaux as well. So they're consistently spawning on the opposite end of the wood lines.
It's a really aggressive version of Arabia. All the little hills will change things. Portuguese can play any style they want. I would expect Sitaux to have in the back of his mind, though, the best opening if he finds out Viper is trying to go Fast Castle. And I think the best opening, if that's Viper's plan, is to go archers. And if Viper's not doing it, then you can just play archers anyways. It's still fine. But let's keep an eye on Viper's wood line. You'd need to have 3 to 4 on wood. He's just 2 on wood.
So, I mean, speaking of maps, dude, this Sitaux map would have been perfect for Bengalis if Viper wanted to go for that strat.
Yeah, the stone in the back. Yeah, true.
Sitau's got a great map, dude.
Yep.
He's got the wood line really close to the TC. Very wallable gold there. Berries, I mean, they're out front, but he's probably going to be the one applying the aggression, at least early. And then the stone, of course, at the back, and he can wall to the edge of the map. Like, it's really, really solid for him.
Isn't it cool, though? Like, when you have a player who's kind of a one-trick pony, and you know they always go Fast Castle, it hurts the strat, because everybody knows exactly what the person's going to do, and then they can kind of prep different adaptations to deal with it. But when you have someone like Viper, who's so well accomplished in normal play, and then he can do that stuff, it really makes things interesting. So I mean, he might not even have that in his mind. Right exactly.
Now, right? He might just play Bengali standard, and then if you're Sitaux, you have to rely on really, really good scouting.
Yeah.
But you also have to like push in your deer and get your eco flowing and everything. So Sitau's going to have to be on the ball here, trying to get as much information as possible. Viper's going to see the berry location from Sitaux, and for Portuguese, that could be difficult if Viper wants to pressure that early.
Dude, Sitau's getting trolled by the animals. So when you have an animal stuck on the edge of the map, the last couple patches, you can't get them off the edge. They just get stuck there.
Yeah, you can't.
So that deer was stuck there, and then he abandoned it, and now it's moved again, so now he's going to get it. But that's like maybe the second or third time the deer have trolled poor Sitaux today. But
Viper heading out to gold. So that's going to be his second Dark Age building, most likely. And I don't think it's going to be the Fast Castle strat.
No, don't think so. I think this will just be archers for Viper. And Viper gets a little too close there to the town center. He saw the mill from Sitaux, and I wonder if he's envisioning the way walls will be placed, and he's thinking that a bit of archer pressure over top the walls and onto the berries could be good.
Yeah, like Sitaux is probably not going to be able to lock down that mill fully.
Yeah.
And it's Portuguese, right? So he really wants to take those berries. That's definitely a point of pressure there. Viper's on the way up. Sitau's on the way up. 18 villagers for both. Viper's going to get 2 more when he gets to Feudal Age. So it is a good eco bonus with this Civ regardless. Like, you can do feudal pressure. You can play standard. You don't have to go for that fast castle strat.
Yep, agreed. I mean, and very rarely are you going to see anyone be disappointed by having a guaranteed villager lead. The Chinese have that. The Bengalis will have that. The Mayans are going to have that. And usually all those civs, there's differences in how they can play the early game, but they're going to aim to keep that. So a Viper Scout is a little adventurous here, and he might get a little too close, but he backs away. He's actually going to find the sheep there from Sitaux, which Sitaux will see with the barracks.
See ya.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah. I wonder if Sitaux even goes after that scout, or if he just goes after the sheep.
He's going
and Viper's
for the
like
sheep.
splitting them up.
That's so funny.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't know, like, if Viper was a little bit faster clicking up to Feudal Age. So he probably doesn't want to take the first
and he
hit.
misses them, too. He misses them. And now he's like, he put it on the edge of the map. He must have. And, well, 2 sheep down for Sitaux. It's fine. He gets some extra wood from taking the berries with Portuguese. The units are really cheap. And he is going to go archers. He does this not knowing anything about Viper's opening. So, no
That's
clue.
actually a really interesting place to wall up with the archery range there.
Yeah.
That's really, really interesting. That, like, buys him some time to gather all of those berries. And then once he's done gathering those, he doesn't really care about this position at all. So he doesn't have to wall off the left side.
I think the scouting's critical now. So Viper didn't see Vills on gold at a timing you would normally have Vills on gold. So Viper might assume this is a skirm opening from Sitaux. And now...
Get the goat back!
Oh,
he got it back.
Yep, but he could just eat it.
Thank you.
Viper says thank you very much. But now, Sitaux saw the archer range from Viper. He hasn't seen the gold yet either, but if you know the mill is late, you know it's not skirm. So it's kind of interesting as they try and find out what the opponent's doing now.
Yeah, both really heavy on scouting, like heavier than normal.
Yeah.
Activity with their scouts early.
And the difference between them right now is Sitaux is going for the standard full wall, and Viper is going for the egg wall, the little bubble wall, which honestly is way easier to complete. And Sitaux, the full wall will be great if you can wall it all, but he is not even close to getting this whole thing walled.
He's got that left side, yeah. And it's like the blacksmith too, which if that gets denied at like 80% or something is absolutely brutal.
Anytime,
so we'll see what the timing is like for Viper.
Anytime I try and wall this far away from my base, I always get punished. Like, he is hoping for a bigger wood line there. He doesn't know. And think about Castle Age. Castle Age armies can bust through a palisade wall so quickly later on, so this will be a lot of work, but it's worth it, I guess, if he gets it secured.
Viper's going to take another look at that. Sitaux has done a really good job, like, delaying this army with his scout, and he knows the timing of it.
Yeah.
And Viper's not going to see that villager walling over there. He's going to get driven off by the archers, so it works out for Sitaux.
Yeah, good work from Sitaux to protect. Viper gets fletching a little bit faster, though. Micro from both players is super good, but Viper doesn't trust himself, or does he? Does he trust himself to be adventurous here? Yeah, he's got the hill still.
He's got the hill. Yeah, he snipes the spearman. Fletching's in now for Sitaux. You can see that.
Sitau's... Oh, God. He's going to wall to the cliff. Where are we going, bro? Where are we going?
He doesn't know, dude.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
You got to scout.
He's on a journey.
He's
on a journey right now, man.
He might be walling to the ponds in the south pretty soon. You got to just wall to the edge, man. Oh, he didn't find the wood line, bro. So
He'll find it eventually. He knows where the edge of the map is. He'll get there eventually.
So much walling.
The problem with these walls, it's not the fact that he's gonna like fail to get them down, although he might.
Yeah.
There's a scout around there for Viper. It's like, how do you defend them?
You can't. Yeah.
If Viper comes in with a substantial army, there's a reason people go for these little egg walls. It's because you can't get villagers there in time to defend. You can't get army there in time.
You can't market behind. You can't house wall behind that. I mean, you are so far away. He just gave up on it. So you know what you should do, though? Outpost that area. Because that's open. Outpost that area, and then you could just play the rest as is. Honestly, it's been a very clean game from both. Viper should have enough army to deal with Sitaux. And Viper...
And the resources collected actually really similar.
Yeah.
Portuguese got the double collection from the berries, but Viper has the double villager lead, at least initially in Feudal Age. So it's very, very even.
I'm just wondering if Sitaux's game sense is going to play tricks on him now, because he knows he's exposed on the left. And I think I'm a little bit more paranoid than the average player, but I would be losing my mind right now. And I'd be telling myself, the second I lose track of Viper's army, that I need to have an army on that little hill to the left of my range, because that's where Viper's going to be. And Viper might never go there.
Kind of been running back and forth with his scout. I don't know what he was looking for at the back of Sitaux's base.
Yeah.
But he comes forward. He sees he's not on the berries anymore. You can see the archer range there. He's going to find the wall. He's going to be like, what on earth is this? Please tell me there's a hole! Now I wish that Sitaux had actually gone to the edge and all of it was pointless. Oh my god, that's so funny.
That is hilarious.
Classic.
Oh man. And Viper might think it's fully walled, and then there's the hole. So
he's gonna once again a second instance of him maybe thinking he's super sneaky here, but he saw the opening. He's just gonna go through that.
No, what Sitaux doesn't see is Viper's army, so he has to know now. This is where his game sense is correct. He also could probably see those camels move, and so he will wait on the hill.
Archers on Viper's gold though.
Ooh.
The skirms from Viper do have the armor, and he can afford to lose 2 villagers.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get those back in Castle Age, and he's going to lose...
Little lazy micro here from Viper.
3.
Yeah. Lazy micro. Skirms didn't fire right away. They didn't move. But look at the sneakiness from Viper. Look at the sneakiness.
Sitaux knows that he needs to defend over there, but he doesn't know how far advanced the archers are already. He can kind of sense it.
It's so good from Viper.
I'm going to get hit.
See, I would show my scout there because I'm checking the hill, the more obvious approach. But Viper knows, Sitaux knows something's up because he hasn't seen his archers. And because Viper knows, Sitaux knows he's going to wait. And Sitaux is going to get...
Sitaux know that Viper knows that he knows.
I think
Viper
he does
definitely
know.
knows that Sitaux doesn't know that Viper knows that he knows.
If I knew more, I would agree. But Sitaux is looking. And look, now he'll see the scout. And so now Sitaux is like, oh, yeah, his archers must be nearby.
The archers are over here.
Yeah, yeah. But they're not. And now Sitaux knows there's a hole.
And now, if you're Viper and you know you're in here, do you wait for the crossbow and bodkin upgrade?
100%.
You get greedy. You wait. Oh, this is so sneaky,
God, dude.
Look at him. He's in the one dark patch that Sitaux can't see.
Dude.
Okay.
And he's going to go right to the wood line. Like, he'll wait for Sitaux's army. He'll see the army on the front. And now he can run right into the wood line. And, Viper, this is so good. Sitaux does see it. Sitaux does see it.
That's good reaction.
Really good reaction. But it still doesn't make the situation any better. I mean, this is still really bad. Your army's in the back of your base. Your gold is being harassed. Viper will drop a town center at home to boom. Viper was up to Castle Age so much faster. But hey, I mean,
he
could have been worse.
More with those crossbows. He could have killed like 3 bills there. I think there was a few misclicks.
Yeah.
In there from Viper. He was probably busy at home. He was adding that TC. Still, you keep him busy, right? You idle the eco, you kick him off the gold now because the skirms aren't there to defend on that side, and Viper's going to break through the wall at the front as Sitaux will need to go to a different gold at the back. And he doesn't have the stone for a town center because he sold the stone.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, though, if Viper just had all of his army here together and he never went for the sneak, it might be better because he only killed 1 villager there. But he still accomplished a lot. It's a lot of a mental lead right now for him as well because he's got so much control over where the armies are going. And oh, my God. Now you have to take the gold on the left if you're Sitaux, fully knowing you're wide open on that side.
And he doesn't have the wood.
And he doesn't have the wood.
Dude, I mean, this game could have been fully over by now if Sitaux doesn't notice those crossbows the second that they appear.
Yeah, agreed.
He reacted so well to that. And he was busy at the front side, too. Like, I think it's not inconceivable that most players would just lose their whole wood line to that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because they're not paying attention.
Yeah, but I also agree with your original point. I'm surprised Viper didn't do a little bit more with that. But I think
he should have killed at least 3.
Yeah.
There was some misclicks there.
Yeah. Well, it'll be elite skirm for Sitaux. Viper has ballistics for his own couple skirmishers in the middle. We'll get some value. And Viper will try and sneak over behind the wood line again. But now Sitaux has shifted fully to the left. And he does have a villager going back out to complete the Great Wall of Portugal here. But I don't know if he plugged the hole or not.
He didn't plug the hole.
Are you sure? Because there's 2 palisades behind the blacksmith now. You just can't see it.
I thought the hole was between the blacksmith and the house.
No, I think it was to the right of the blacksmith.
Ah, okay.
I think the knight is checking, and I think if he clicked it past, it wouldn't have. Yeah.
So he noticed that. Wow, okay.
But if he just walled like Viper, if he just walled like Viper did, this like none of this stuff happens.
Yeah, if he just walled like he has walls up right now.
Yeah.
At the side, right?
Yeah, yeah, true.
Of course, across the middle near the berries, but I think he wanted to keep the berries safe for as long as he could until they were gone, and then he was kind of just carried on by the momentum of that wall.
Yeah.
Forward to finish this one. He's going to get that one completed eventually. Viper's third TC is in a bit of a strange position back there on the wood line, but at least he has some more wood access because the front ones are under a little bit of a threat right now.
Oh, God. So Sitaux wanted to go for a siege workshop. The villager got picked. And now he's given up on this wall because he just hates this area, I guess. And he's going to try and siege push with the Wallville. I mean, I would have loved any other villager to be the one to build this.
Viper has ballistics and he's got skirms like patrolling that area. He might just lose this vill again.
Yeah. I mean, Sitaux realizes again that he is exposed and that Viper must have his army going that way. So it is very good game sense. And Viper accidentally attacked the house this time. So Sitaux will immediately react. But Viper's starting to push back. Yeah. But Viper could get value here because the knights don't have full armor, the skirms don't have full armor, and there's some weak ones in there.
Should be 2 dead knights, yeah.
Yeah,
at least.
That's worth it for Viper.
That's fine.
And guess what? The wall villager? Viper?
It's been found, but Viper doesn't notice. Viper doesn't notice. He's not paying attention. He's in the market right now. He's buying food. He's buying wood.
That siege workshop is huge.
Upgrade really, really bad. The siege workshop's going to go up. That's an insane hill.
Yeah.
There for Sitaux. There's the stone over there. There's a gold. You can open Viper's base to start pressuring this area. That will force Viper into the south a little bit more, and there is a gold there, and he's already on a stone as well with 10 villagers. So
I would have really liked.
A castle soon.
I would have really liked for the siege workshop to be where Viper's army is right now. Like that's where the villager came from.
He sent the villager through there, but I think he saw the skirms.
Yeah,
and he
maybe
didn't think he could get it done.
But you're right next to Viper's stone and TC. Then it's still a good siege workshop. It's directly between both bases. Viper's going to counterattack again. This time Sitaux might not expect it. Viper knows the pressure's about to get crazy here. Can he defend? He's got a big eco lead, but Bengalis are kind of awkward to play with military. They don't get knights. He's going to go scouts. He's going to go
from Viper.
Like
no upgrades.
Yeah. That's
like no upgrades whatsoever. And Viper goes all the way around. He doesn't let Sitaux get vision with the house. If he shows up on this, dude, he could just win the game outright. Whatever damage Sitaux is doing to his base, he could just win the game
I'm sick of this whole situation. I swear. I mean, it's so well played from Viper to take advantage of it. But Sitaux has got to be sick of it as well. This whole left side of his base has been such a nightmare. He's doing a great job. He's pressuring Viper now.
God, he noticed again right away.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Insane awareness.
But Viper's 3 TCs. Sitaux's on 1. Sitaux's army is not here to deal with this. And if Viper spots the siege, it's right there, Dave. If he spots the mangonel, he could just snipe that with the light cav. But he doesn't know about it. And yeah, the wood line just getting brutalized.
5 villagers. I think this is going to be 6 villagers.
7. Should be 8.
8.
Can we get a 9th villager?
We're a kid's show right now. Count with us.
10.
That's 9 villagers. That's 10 villagers.
Damn,
Can
you've
you
got
say what villager's gonna die next?
You should start a YouTube channel there, man. We've got some viewers who have children, so there's your start.
most viewed YouTube videos of all time are like kids videos, man.
It would be very interesting though, knowing you being Dave AOE, but also having a very successful kids YouTube channel, which is the polar opposite of you.
Yeah. Where like I wear a wig and no one knows it's me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, think about it. I think he'd have a couple subs.
Yep.
Viper 40 villager lead. I mean, he can lose 10, 15, 20 villagers building this castle, and he's still fine, and he's not going to. He walls it up very impressively, because that is not easy.
House. Oh, that feels so bad if you're Sitaux. You're like, bro, give me something.
It is still the situation we've talked about, where Viper has amazing eco, but like no army. So that's got to be sorted. But if he makes Ratha now, I think that's a unit that can work pretty well here. Ratha Lightcav is a pretty good army comp to work with.
He's just like, I love how he's just,
Dave.
He faced the night raids here. He has no army whatsoever, and he's free farming in the back of his base with no protection.
Yeah. Can we please direct our attention to the wall for Sitaux again? Because he has completed a portion of it.
You gotta keep those camels out, brother. I don't trust him.
But it's still open by about like 10 tiles. Oh my god. Oh, and he doesn't know either. So, oh, he's gonna build an outpost there. Okay. Oh my goodness. So Ratha for Viper, they've got the ranged and melee mode. They do struggle against big skirm numbers, and if there's one thing we've seen skirms from Sitaux.
From the lack of army from Viper and the amount of just exposed farms literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Is concerning me, but Sitaux doesn't want to go in because Sitaux is thinking surely he's got something back. Like he's cooking up something.
Yep.
And it's 6 light cav.
Yeah, 6 light cav, Viper house walls, so the skirms can't get to the knights. That was so well played. And now the army gets forced underneath the town center. That's good value from Viper.
He doesn't kill it, but he weakens it.
Yeah, and then his monks hop out immediately.
Back, and then his monks can maybe convert the knights. Sitaux gets out of there. That's good. A good fast reaction time there from Sitaux. He's going to try and snipe the monks, but the light cav have +2 armor, so they're going to tank some extra hits from the knights and kill
nice
the
conversions. Viper can actually save the monks too. So if he saves the monks there, he almost even trades against it. And Viper's still a 50 villager lead. Still not seeing a lot of army, I would agree, but I'm not sure it really matters at this point.
The wall!
Yes!
The wall! It's almost completed, bro!
Oh,
Bang!
finally!
There we go.
Finally! I still don't trust it. I still think there's a gap between these houses or something near the camels.
Well, the camels will expose that for us. They haven't wandered in yet.
Ah, true. True. Oh, man. It's just a classic example of making your life difficult.
Yes.
And
for no reason.
Yeah, but as we always say with walls, if you commit, you got to try and finish them. So I guess for him, he started walling that way, and he couldn't change his game plan mid game.
I mean, speaking of making your life difficult, like no walls for Viper.
Yeah,
just
true.
Farms in the open.
Yeah.
Right? Like he could have placed those around the TCs. He puts them in the open. He has very low army count. He's got 44 on food, and he's actually dropping more farms, so he's gonna have 50+ soon.
Yeah,
He'll go up to imp, but still, like he's left himself so wide open to damage from Sitaux. I'm surprised he has the villager lead he has.
He has, but at the end of the day, he's finally equalized the military situation, and he's got that lead. Eventually, the eco would kick in. Eventually, he would sort it out, and as he defends in the north, he's also tracking and will defend a little bit in the south. But the Ratha can chase that down and deal with the knights, and I mean, Sitaux will keep trying here. He should maybe get the relics, maybe keep trying to push or something, but imp is probably going to be the finish to this game. Viper's Vills count's going to get crazy because 2 Vills from each one of these TCs soon.
He's going to get 8 more, so he'll probably be up to like 135 or something by the time he gets there.
Realistically, how Viper played early castle, like feudal and early castle, earned him this victory because he was able to get by with such crazy eco. And he will lose another monk there, trying to get a relic.
Now, does he support these villagers at all, or does he just try and complete that castle?
I thought that was a Sitaux castle. I couldn't believe that was a Viper Castle Foundation. Like, what is happening here?
Oh, now that Sitau's stealing the relic, now he might get some military involved in this. That is unacceptable. Crossbows are on the woodline again. 2 villagers going down. They're coming back over here. Yeah, as soon as Viper sees that relic, he's like, gotta go back. Dude.
Yeah. I mean, he's producing monks now. He's producing Ratha. He's producing crossbows. But what Viper wanted as his imp army was Arbalest. And now that army's going down. So, but you know what it does do is it allows him to just run out and build this castle. Freaking Viper, dude. So he's like, okay, I got the time now. Oh, and he kills the monk with the relic as well, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Does he kill the next one too?
He's still got a crossbow. He's going after it.
Oh, he's going after the other monk.
Nice job from Sitaux getting those relics. He's already got 3. And he's going to drop that. He's going to have 5 relics. Like, that's really solid.
So here's the thing. So Viper's going to win this game. But Viper should have won this game before. And so, in a best of 7, I am really confident Sitau's going to get more wins right now. Because he's making Viper work when he's been so far behind, when massive critical errors were made. I mean, Viper's going to be up 3-1, so that's going to be a really comfortable position, of course. And this is a big win against Portuguese. But Sitaux is still impressing me in what ways he can.
I don't have a lot of faith in the he should have won sooner arguments ever. Because, like, if you're convinced that you're in a winning position...
You just do whatever. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you just do whatever.
Yeah, but
and you don't feel that same pressure, right?
And ultimately, you do enough to win the game early. But my feeling is just on, like, if the game is closer in the mid game, there's enough cracks in the armor where I think Sitaux can win it.
Oh, this castle. Oh, this castle could be trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be big trouble for Sitaux. The Ratha are finally coming forward. We have the light cav as well for Viper. He'll micro down the monks first, likely. He'll go for a counter castle of his own.
Yeah. I mean, he switches to melee mode. That should be pretty strong here.
Not a great fight for him at all, but the castle's going up for Viper. It's not on a hill. Oh, that's...
Well, it touches a hill.
He might actually get, like, ill from that castle.
Part of it touches a hill, so I guess that would count. Viper 150 vills, Sitaux 86 vills. Sitaux still getting some damage done in the back. And Viper's castle will complete. And from there, he can make trebs. Sitaux still all in Castle Age. And he'll have to dive underneath castles with Bracer soon. It's looking pretty bleak. As someone says, could also be to tire out the opponent mentally. I think they're both exhausted mentally right now. It's been a very exhausting series. It's been very intense.
Yep.
But...
Dude, does Sitaux get that? Does Sitaux get that? He doesn't get the trap.
No.
He loses every night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal, dude. He's going to lose these 2, too.
Yep. Impossible.
Oh, no.
Army from Viper in the back. Random light cav. I mean, this wasn't even needed, of course. And Sitaux still fighting. And he probably just can't believe it. This was his number 2 Civ pick. So now this will be Sitaux losing with his number 1 and his number 2 Civ pick. Well played from Viper. Once Viper gets that Vil lead, it feels like Sitaux can never do enough to break him. But it's the early stages where Viper dominated here. It was well played.
I mean, I have to credit Sitaux, though, because there was like 2 instances where Viper could have just ended the game.
Yeah, exactly.
If Sitaux wasn't paying attention. The first sneaky crossbow army on the wood line.
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't wall that out, he loses the whole wood line while he's trying to micro at the front. And then the second one, he's still got 10 villager kills or something. But if he doesn't notice that when he does, he could still lose 20 vills there.
Agreed.
All the vills on gold and wood.
And it's a bit sad for him, right? Because it could have been so much easier. Think about this. Just looking back at Feudal, the resources he was planning on taking, both wood lines, his farms, his gold, all are fully protected if he just walls right in front of that mill to the wood line and to the edge. It's not even a conversation, dude. Like, that is already walled with the same amount of things that he's placed. But without the vision, he just committed for this massive wall, and it was a liability. And it affected, even though he didn't lose the vills, he had to defend, and he wasn't able to attack Viper, and that's how Viper got the villager lead. So, But, I mean, Viper sometimes can be greedy with walls too, and he recognized real early, you got to do the little bubble wall. So he also had
he did
ambitious
the
walls.
bubble wall, and then he said, okay, no more walls.
No more walls, yeah.
And then he started farming in the middle of a desert.
Yep.
And Sitaux got a lot of value because of it. But hey, he won the game anyway. It was, I mean, at one point, I think he had a 50 villager lead, 40 villager lead in Castle Age? Like, that's insane.
Game number 4, Sitaux needs some help. The map isn't awful for him, but again, it does seem like the wood could be somewhat concerning long term.
The forward wood is, that's unfortunate, but you should have the aggression with Lithuanians to keep that safe. And the gold is at the back, right? So like long term, this is actually not a terrible map for Sitaux if he scouts it properly.
And we're not in a state where we really see a lot of Castle Age towers from Koreans. That was my first thought, because Koreans could just litter the front of this map with towers. But again, you don't see that too frequently. But it should be on Viper's mind with his Civ. Now, Koreans is an interesting choice. Your eco bonus is your stone miners work 20% faster, which isn't that exciting. But your archer and tower upgrades are free, and then your ranged and infantry soldiers are a little bit cheaper. So cheaper on wood.
I like the opening here from Sitaux. Do you see what he did? Like, he sends the 3 villagers to wood, and then he pushes in the deer really quickly.
Yeah, he
has the extra food for Lithuanians, so that's really, really nice. And he's trying to find Viper super early.
Yeah, he's gonna drush. This is a weird generation because they're off to the side, and sometimes when you want that early barracks in the militia, you greed and you push deer. So had he done that, he wouldn't have had the scouting, and his militia probably would have gone where a scout is now, and it would have been a waste.
Yep.
So he should know, but I also think Viper should know this is a drush because A, it's Lithuanians. B, Sitau's scout is going to be here super early.
And look at the score. Like, it's clear that he's scouting, right? So he's looking for that.
Viper.
And it's Lithuanians. it's almost always wow. Viper's still pushing in the Gazelle while taking the scout fight there, just casually, right?
Yep. So Viper gets his Gazelle. I can't tell if that was his first or second. I wasn't paying attention. I think that's his first.
There's still a boar from Viper in the middle of the map.
True.
Base.
True.
But he's not going to see that because he's scouting the back of the base instead. It's wide open there.
So Viper's going to preemptively wall because he expects some potential pressure. Is it doable when you have a Civ like Lithuanians to scout exactly as you have and just don't drush? Because they're just going to assume, like, Viper might play archers now because he expects it. Viper might add an extra vill to his build order because he expects it. I don't know.
Is that really something you want him to play into, though? Like,
yeah, I don't
think
know.
He would be that mad about not having to face a drush. He'd just be like, okay, I spent a couple some extra wood on pre-walling, and that's it.
I think if it was like balance from a couple years ago before they affected changed the house armor, I think that there's more of an argument. But at least now, if everything else is walled in, you can just attack a house and maybe take a house down. So I think Sitaux might not even try and attack Viper. He might just see the house.
Yeah, you attack the house and you wait for your other 2 militia to come along.
Yep.
Or men-at-arms or whatever you want to transition into, right?
Yep,
because there's no value in just going in and like weakening a vill and you lose HP on these militia. Especially if Viper's already pre-walled. Doesn't make any sense.
We kind of laugh at some of the problems that the game occasionally has and some of the bugs. I'm really bummed that a lot of our watchers weren't around for when houses could attack. Because that was so freaking funny, dude. I mean, it was annoying. But basically, guys, when they added the Khmer Civ, for whatever reason, I think it's something to do with adding Khmer, which was a revolutionary. You could garrison inside of houses. If someone was next to your house like this, you could select your house and you could right-click a unit, and it would do 1 HP of damage every, like... It wasn't that fast, but every so often. So someone would have a 1 HP scout. Most players wouldn't do it because it would make people mad, right? But I remember like Hera or Viper attacking one of MBL's houses with a 1 HP scout, and MBL instantly sniped it. And he was just cackling, all evil-like. And by the way, we see Ville's going to stone for Viper. So this is a fast castle Phosphorus attempt for him. I'm surprised. But I guess I'm not so surprised. It's Viper when he has a lead. He's going to maybe try and go for some style here.
Dude, that is like... This is the most ridiculous little sequence at the front side of Viper's base. I just disable the scoreboard and you zoom in enough and all you can see is desert, 2 militia attacking a house, a villager behind 2 palisade walls, and it's not even fully walled in, and a scout. It's so ridiculous. They've done 1,400 damage to this house. And Viper's fine with that because it's distracting the scout and the militia from what he doesn't want them to see, which is the stone in the back.
Yeah, that's the key thing is Sitaux won't scout it. But I mean,
coming to repair again.
If you had a meta build to try and beat what Viper's doing, this is it. So here's some of the keys. For Sitaux, Arson is going to actually be key, so you can break down buildings. Fast range unit follow-up is going to be key to get some pressure. For Viper, resist the urge to produce more vills. You have to stop because you need 800 food. And this is at the limit right now for him. And then you're going to have to use the market a lot. Sitaux is going to run through. He's going to run around to see what Viper's up to. He saw that Dexter Deer was being pushed.
Dude. Yeah, he pulls it back. He doesn't want to lose it against the Feudal Scout. He's waiting for Feudal Age to come in.
This isn't on Sitau's mind right now, but he's going to see the stone now. So now he knows.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, now he's away.
Hiding the scout?
Everyone knows what this is now. Everyone knows what this is. Now, does Viper know it's Man-at-Arms yet? I don't think he does. But maybe he could on the wood line.
I think he'll assume it's Men-at-Arms.
I think he's got...
Like, this is such a common build right now.
But
has to be.
Okay, well, how does he ever save these vills? Okay, he drops a tower. Now, can't the Man-at-Arms attack the tower?
I think they can, but I mean, it's 2 of them. It's worth it.
With Arson, it's super worth it. But I guess Viper will hop out of the tower and attack back. I mean, the defensive tower is a natural feeling for someone in this type of position when you're playing this greedy. It is something that generally you resist when playing the Phosphorus strategy.
If you play fast castle in the castle drop, I feel like if they find your stone fast enough and they're pressuring like this, you have to go for that defensive tower. You just have to, right?
Yeah,
and
well,
a
he
lot
needs
of people
stone.
get way too greedy.
Yeah.
Like you did, like we were talking about before. They don't go for the tower and they get absolutely murdered.
Well,
so
he needs to keep the tower up right now. That's the key.
Yeah.
He'll have the resources to click up. He'll get the food.
He wants to get out there. He wants to kill these. Or push them away so he can get a wall.
Tower bug. Tower's not firing. Tower's not firing back. There we go. Now it's firing back. There's an issue right now where sometimes the towers won't attack. So I think that was it for a second. And just, yeah, this is smart. You leave your wood line. You just leave everything and you sit on straggler trees and you wait for the castle. That's all you do.
Can he get this villager? Sitau's going to try and get it. He actually gets it. That's crazy, dude.
Nice.
Good blocks. A little bit late on the garrison from Viper there.
So this is... this is ridiculous. Viper's going to lose his lumber camp. He's going to wait for the stone. But he is going to get a castle.
Lose it before double bid axe comes in. No. Done the math.
I would argue double bid axe is a horrible upgrade. You'd never get that. You need 2 more vills over that, right? Or like fletching?
No. You need wood for your wagons.
How are you going to chop wood efficiently right now?
With double bid axe.
With no lumber camp. I guess he'll have to build another one. Okay.
Make the castle near the wood.
Near the wood and near the gold.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you make your way onto another lumber camp. And then you chop wood more efficiently than you would have without double bid axe.
Why is Sitaux going for the biggest freaking wall I've ever seen again? Sitaux, my friend.
Why is he also retreating with this army?
Yeah.
What possible purpose? Was he afraid of he might have been afraid of a forward.
Oh,
castle.
A forward castle. Yeah.
That's the only thing that explains what.
Yeah.
Request for another lumber camp. It's the only thing that explains why he would pull that back.
Well, so the castle is going to be here, and unfortunately for Sitaux, he can't deny this castle if Viper's smart with it. So you have to protect the gold and the wood. You probably want your lumber camp on the other side of where you had it before. And yeah, there it goes. Viper is up.
Viper might be able to sneak in a second town center to protect somewhere else too. Not to produce villagers, but
Why does Sitaux...
he needs the wood for the wagons. Never mind.
Why does Sitaux feel as though he has to wall so much? Like, just wall tiny walls from the market to the other wood line. Like, if a war wagon gets into your base right now, this strategy works. If a war wagon doesn't get into your base, Viper has no eco, and you can adapt. Let's see. I have a bit of worry after the last game. Viper should click. Oh, Viper doesn't know where Sitaux is.
Of course he doesn't, dude.
So he won't click in a way that will path his wagon the correct direction. Sitaux might be okay.
He did see where the units were kind of retreating.
Yeah.
So he knows the general direction. He sees a stone there. You can check that. Nope. Yep. He's checking it. 4. Okay.
But
he's over there
I guess you just assume Sitau's fully walled, right? And you're not going to get in.
Do you ever come forward with a tower?
I think siege. Viper? I would say cancel the last wagon and siege workshop immediately.
I think you need a big group of wagons though. You need like 6 or 7 wagons. I think trying to cut it with small numbers of wagons is just always going to fail because then the monks will come out and
yeah,
if they get one, a third of your army is gone. Right?
I mean,
wagon on the right side getting in.
Well, will it? Will it though?
Maybe not.
The skirm is an absolute bro. Let's go, skirmisher. Yeah, I mean, your eco's so good compared to Vipers, so you just have to relax. You have to chill, wait for your skirms, wait for some monks. Sitau's still not fully walled, but Viper's going to assume that there's no way at this point in time that he wouldn't be. But yeah, just full wagons for Viper, and there is the siege workshop on the front as well.
Here comes the monastery for Sitaux. Elite skirm is in. Low HP on one of those, though. Another elite skirm behind there. Viper might feel the need to go for a monastery himself soon, just to heal these up.
Yeah. You're just... You have to get maximum value from your units with Viper's play. Just because of the eco difference. And Sitaux could sacrifice a villager or two to give him some time, no problem. Great runner micro there to run the vills from side to side and wait for more skirms.
Oh, he killed a vill on the other side. Viper's in, near the monastery. Once that monk is out, though, it can hop in and outside of the TC. Can't really do much about it.
There will be rocket carts now, too. So, I mean, then you need to go down the other list of things you need. You then need redemption for your monks. There's not many skirms for Sitaux. He's lost some individual skirms, and Viper's got 8 wagons.
Dude, like, his eco in comparison to Viper's was good, but his economy was not very good at all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, he had to really force Castle Age to have a counter to the wagons. He didn't have that many farms. His eco upgrades, like, he's got the farm and wood upgrade, but no wheelbarrow or no second wood upgrade.
And look at the pathing.
And he's had some idle time, too.
His skirms keep pathing outside of his base and looping around. Oh, man, that's a lot of wagons right there. It just feels winnable for Viper. You just get to a really tanky unit and powerful unit like Siege so quickly with this build.
And he doesn't even have Bodkin Arrow yet. Like, once he has Bodkin Arrow, these things get way more dangerous.
Yeah, Bodkin is going to be tough. 200 food feels expensive. But if Viper can end the game now, not even needed.
That's difficult for him. He's got to get that rocket card over there to manage the monks.
Yeah, I mean, you take Sitaux off gold, you eliminate redemption, you eliminate the monks. Viper's micro. You could tell he didn't have Bodkin there. He had to get really close, but the monks aren't converting. And now the micro from Viper. Is it good enough with an attack round?
He gets the monks. He almost gets the mangonel. His rocket cart goes down, and now these are kind of trapped.
Yeah.
Back here, can Sitaux do enough?
Oh, they're so tanky. These wagons, dude. The free armor upgrades. So tanky. Sitaux doesn't have many skirms. Viper's through with more wagons on the right side now, too.
Oh,
he still has more wagons than Sitaux has skirms.
Oh, boy. Good shot, though, from Sitaux. And he gets the TC fire, and the skirmishers working away. That's 3 wagons dead from Viper.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
Remember, Viper doesn't have any real food eco. Well, sorry, he has 1 farm, but that doesn't count. But he has another rocket cart coming in.
Yeah.
Oof.
This is life or death for Sitaux here.
Yeah.
Life or death. in this set in King of the Desert. Like, he needs to win.
Monk has to be really careful here. You're right,
Talk
though.
about pressure, eh? You can't lose one fight. You're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead.
That's what this build does to you. It just... Sure, the opponent has the better economy and a couple upgrades, but... And then you put really good units in the hands of Viper when he doesn't have an eco to manage. And it's really difficult. One villager down.
Nice shot there from Sitaux.
Viper might need to repair there. Might need to see a villager come repair that rocket cart.
Oh man! Oh, like
that wood. This wood line
look at this wood line
so
is
bad.
Horrible.
And the other one he can't take because Viper's on the front. The other one's too far away, so he's committed.
Quad arrow coming in for Viper. That's gonna be really bad for Sitaux. Really, really bad.
That's crazy. He even got there, man. That's crazy. He's getting that. But market's
Howard
helpful.
not making bills.
Nice micro from Sitaux. It needs to continually be good though to take the rocket cart down. Nice job. There's another rocket cart from Viper. He's taken down one monk. The wagons have Bodkin now. Viper's siege micro on the left is good. Or it's not because Sitaux gets the shot, but then Viper gets the shot. And now the wood line's going down.
Oh, he needs to find another wood line. Dude, he can't commit here. He's got to go to the one in the north.
Yeah.
He has to go to
He's got to get out. He's just got to get out. But then his gold is here.
He needs wood for his army. He needs a really good engagement here. At least one conversion, some kills on the wagons, and he needs to kill that rocket cart for free.
Okay, he does. He does.
Beautiful.
Viper doesn't have another rocket cart in here. Viper can't escape. He's surrounded by 2 mangonels. He's surrounded by skirms. Now would be the time maybe to run to that other wood line if you can think of it if you're Sitaux.
Uh-oh. You can't leave this mangonel alone. Not against these war wagons. That was a nice preemptive attack ground. He's catching up with the skirms. Viper is going over to this side.
Viper can just break free if he knows these are palisade walls, but you can't chase too far either, because in theory, Viper could run in with another army, but Viper's other army is still coming through that one gap. Viper runs to the corner right now.
Sitau's trying to find him, dude. Like he still can't see him with the monk. He still can't see him. And Viper's breaking through on the front side, so he's got bigger problems here.
At what point does Sitaux... don't tell me Viper goes that way.
Dude, he doesn't see him.
Viper's going that way.
Did he study as like a ninja before this set?
He must have been.
My guy is just, holy cow.
Luckily, that was house walled, because if that's not house walled, the whole wood line's gone, but that's still horrible.
Everything's dead.
That's still horrible.
There's another army from the other side. Like, Viper's going to go check that other wood line. Let's see if he can get some good shots against the mangonel. He misses that one. Siege micro has been good for Sitaux. I don't know how he didn't lose the mangonel there.
I agree. It should have been a kill. It's not, though. Wood line's still a problem. Oh, man. Oh, man. The skirms, Dave, are taking some, but not all of the wagons right now. But now the monks. Can the monks get conversions?
Can Viper get the monks? Can he shoot the monks? He got both of them, but he got a conversion.
He needs to take the
Another
mangonel.
Conversion coming in.
He doesn't take the mangonel. More conversions for Sitaux. The skirms are high for Sitaux. Sitaux is holding, Dave. I don't know how.
It's a huge fight for Sitaux. Viper was very distracted there. He's killed a lot of villagers. He knows the damage he's done. And this game is not over yet, but that was really, really nice fight for Sitaux. And there's 3 more war wagons that looped all the way around. Didn't even see those. And that's going to be a lot of dead vills. Oh my goodness.
I mean, vill count's about to be even. Army count is still pretty close. Viper's just taking all the vills he can right now. When you're in Sitau's position, you're telling yourself Viper has no eco. But when you've lost as much as you have, you begin to wonder, do you have any eco?
The eco count doesn't really matter at the moment if he's just making war wagons.
Yeah.
And he's just making siege. He managed to add in 2 extra vills.
Yeah, so true. He's up to 26 vills. Viper's booming right now.
He's not like selling stone anymore. He's just on gold and wood.
I've seen games like this actually go on so long that Viper will eventually run out of the main golds and have to take a resource that's actually exposed.
I've seen games like this where you open with such craziness on both sides and really, really like bad economies end up at 130 vills each in like late end.
It'll eventually hit a state where it gets
happens.
really silent and then neither player can attack with anything. But
30 vills for Sitaux, 27 for Viper.
I think redemption's the key right now for Sitaux, if he can get there. He can't stop making mangonels. He can't stop making monks. He also needs to somehow get the gold for redemption, because converting the rocket carts would give you crazy value.
Like, at what point does Sitau's gold back there
run
start
dry.
to dwindle as well.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, the conversions on the war wagons have been really valuable. And Sitau's going to try and counterattack. See, this is what makes this strat so tough. You can't really do a easy counter damage because it's all mostly protected by the castle. I guess Viper's wood line isn't fully protected by the castle now. And that's why Sitaux is choosing to take the risk.
When players go for this strat, they're not used to looking at their base.
That too.
So like normally Viper would be like, okay, I noticed this coming from a mile away. Instead, he hasn't looked back here in a long time.
Yeah,
like
but
a long time, and he's going to start losing bills, and these are big losses.
Yeah, well, he loses one. He'll move the lumber camp maybe. Now Viper should push because the army isn't at home, and Sitaux needs to be prepared for this. Sitaux needs to be ready. He left his home with his skirmishers. He'll lose his monks. He'll lose his mangonel. And Viper's pushing in with 4 rocket carts, bro.
And a villager. Get in there, my son.
And a villager. Oh, man. Viper's still not on wood, so he will stall out his production. So the counterattack has worked with that, but Sitaux now needs to defend better than he's defended the whole game, the whole series. He takes a 1-for-1.
Oh boy.
That's not good enough, man.
You got to get rid of all of these wagons and just have it be rocket carts. He's done a great job with the skirms so far. He's going to micro down another wagon, but even 2 remaining is too many.
He's going to the gold.
That's just...
He's going to the wood line with the skirms again, but he's underneath the castle for now because he's busy.
Oh, he doesn't notice. He doesn't notice.
And Viper can shift right back to the other wood line. Just loop around to go back. Oh, God. Oh, no,
Sitaux! The shots!
No!
The shots! Oh, no, dude!
This is so good for Viper. Viper's about to gain the villager lead, and he's only produced like 4 villagers in all of Castle Age.
Oh my God, bro! GG called from Sitaux. What a game!
What a
Holy
game!
Cow.
What a game, dude!
You take the risk to go forward. Maybe he shouldn't have, but at that point, like he doesn't know how many vills Viper's added.
Yeah,
Viper could have like had some sneaky food sources or something. He could have added 10. He doesn't know.
I mean, if those skirms are at home, I'm not sure he still has a great answer to what Viper just had because that's 4 rocket carts. It was the rocket cart key. And so Viper, who's been practicing these phosphor builds, the crazy player who hasn't played in this tournament but likes these fast castles, he makes it happen, man. I think, for me, the key from Sitaux, he tried to wall way too much. I would have liked to see smaller walls that still protect the same amount of space, and then... everything else can be somewhat similar, but I think it's a somewhat easier game, and it's still difficult, don't get me wrong. And Monks and Skirms was probably the right play. But, I mean, usually that attack doesn't work if the first attack dies. But for Viper, he just stayed so consistent with it. It still panned out. I think he had... Let's look at the eco stat here. Viper, he produced a total of 29 villagers that game. And Sitaux produced 61 total vills. Just a massive discrepancy, and it didn't matter.
Also, like, things Sitaux maybe could have done, like scouted the stone a little bit earlier instead of just keeping the scout on that house.
Yeah.
So he knows it's coming a little bit faster, can adapt faster. Also, like, there was no contest on the castle placement. I know Viper's always going to get that up, but you can make it difficult for him.
Yeah, I agree.
You can have that army out there near the goal because he's always going to castle near there.
Well,
or you can force it closer to the town center and make it life really messy.
I think the only thing that explains what he did is exactly what you said. I think he got really paranoid that Viper was going to castle drop him, and that's why he sent his army back. But yeah, the woodline and the gold is the focus for this strategy. It is known now. Maybe he kills another 2 or 3 vills, and Viper already didn't have a strong enough eco.
Or delays him a minute. And that's enough time to get more skirms or a monastery up or whatever before he starts attacking.
But like this strat is a full micro strategy, and Viper micro is incredible. So it's something that he's got available now to add on top of the other aspects of his play. So I love, even from a drafting perspective, Viper planning with civs that can do this for the mind games. Bengalis, Koreans, Hindustanis. No one ever knows if he's going to do this or if he's going to play normal. So exciting times for Viper. He looked really good today. I think anytime that I was questioning Viper, it honestly was just because Sitaux is a beast. And Sitaux played really well. So But I'm sure anyone who loses at this level is going to be bummed. Sitaux will feel like he could improve some things, but Viper just too good.